see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
You guys are on. We just can't hear you right now.
Yeah,
Let's
I can
see.
hear you right there.
You guys got me now?
Got you, yeah.
Okay. Y'all can probably hear each other right now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that was one button I hadn't pressed yet.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Morning Sports Talk. McDonald's and Cheryl brought sponsoring us. Saturday morning Sports Talk, 8 a.m., 10:15 a.m., 92.9 FM, 1590 a.m. Also, you can watch the show every Saturday live on YouTube, and of course, you can watch the replays on YouTube and Rumble. We put clips and links on Facebook and Twitter. So if you miss any action on Saturday mornings, you can always listen and rewatch the shows here on KTC. All right, Tom. Happy Saturday to you. How about them Burns Bulldogs? I played in the golf tournament yesterday. Got to see Mr. Champion Alex Linhart himself, and shake his hand. And you was down there in Raleigh. And talk a little bit about the Burns Bulldogs' first baseball championship.
Yeah, first one in state history. Congratulations to all our guys. I want to recognize some of our guys that made All-State. Ben Mooney, All-State. Marshall McGowan, All-State. And Dalton Putnam. Not Dalton. Colby. That's his brother, Dalton Colby Putnam. All-State baseball player. So congratulations to those guys for making the All-State team. I just tell you what, they just didn't make any mistakes. You know, they just played two really solid games of baseball. And just shows the testament to their work ethic and the work the boys have put in and work that the coaches have put in this season. It was just a great experience. I just want to thank KTC for letting me do the ball game and thank Burns High School administration. You know, they had to excuse me from graduation duties to get up there and call that game. So I just appreciate that. But just a great experience, a great place. Ting Stadium is a great place to play a ball game. I just wish it was a little closer. You know, it was a pretty good little ride, 3 hours, 15 minutes to get up there. But great experience for our guys. And I just couldn't be more proud of the way they played, the way they handled themselves, stayed composed, and they just, you know, mental between the ears. You know, they were just solid, the whole team, solid between the ears for those two games. And it wasn't close. I mean, neither game. I mean, Burns pretty much dominated the two games. You know, Putnam came in and there was only one run he gave up. Now, the one run was a shot. The little left-hander that led off the game hit a home run. But other than that, he just shut him down. I think he struck out 5 of the last 6 batters. So, I mean, he just had a really solid performance in game one. And then game two was Josh Taylor and Marshall McGowan came in and combined. Got some trouble here or there, but managed to get enough outs, and the bats got going. And really, I mean, just two great games of baseball, both mental, you know, not making the mistakes, getting it done, getting the hits when you needed it. So congratulations to our boys. Congratulations to our school. Really, really big weekend for Burns.
All right,
well,
Tom.
no lie. Congratulations, Tom. I was impressed with what y'all did.
Yeah.
I always say when you sit back, and you always have to congratulate West Lincoln on getting y'all started off on the right track this year. But, you know. But no, great job.
Into a
No, really. I mean, you know, they did it. They did it all year long. Burns did. I mean, when a lot of games when I thought they would lose, they pulled it out some way. But there's a lot of games this year that y'all were, I wouldn't say really trailing much this year as the whole year went along.
No, and I think, you know, iron sharpens iron. So I think the little stretch of games they had in the playoffs, you know, some of the teams in their conference didn't challenge them very much. But when they got into the playoffs, and you got to play a Lincoln Charter, and you got to play a West Oaks, and you got to play, you know, a pretty good East Gaston team, and squeak out some 1-run games.
Well, the first
You
4
learn how to
games
run.
of the playoffs were harder for them than the last 4.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
but
They
I
were.
think
They had 2-run game,
after
3 1-run games, and then they blew out in the West in the West and in the finals.
after you won those 1-run games, though, I mean, I think that was the mental difference. It's like once you win those close games, you just think that people can't beat you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened as it got him. Once they got past West Stokes, I mean, they just blew the doors off
Terry,
Moorhead.
East Lincoln girls won championship, right?
Yes, they
Correct as well?
did.
Yeah,
They
East
did.
Lincoln girls won the championship as well. And then I think South Point got to the state championship
Yeah,
and
the
lost
first
the
game they
girls
lost.
soccer.
Yeah. First game they had lost all year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And they got beat. But, hey, a great year for a
For
lot
the
of our
area.
area teams around here.
Yeah, it was a great year for, you got a Lincoln County champion, a Cleveland County champion, and almost a Gaston County champion. So, I mean, it's a dedication of the players and the coaches and the community to athletics, which I think is always important. People try to downplay the importance of it. It is. It's part of your education.
Tom, and I want to say something to everybody because I know when Shelby's winning back to back to back to back state championships in football, people think that's easy. That's not easy.
No.
I don't care who you are. When you're going through a playoff scenario or making the playoffs, which, I mean, Shelby makes that every year, but when you get to the playoffs, everything is different. There's going to be games that you win that you should not win, that along the way. But people talk about getting there and doing it every year. No, it does not come like that. I mean, Burns, congratulations to them. They made it, they got there, and they won it. I mean, if you'd lost it, then you kind of look at next year. What do I have coming back?
It's so hard to get back.
Yeah. I mean, East Lincoln's the same way. East Lincoln got there this year. Only 3 seniors on this squad, but the 3 seniors on this squad are a pitcher, a catcher, and an infielder, outfielder. And when you look at those and everything that they did for that team down there, I mean, they fulfilled a lot of spots. And even though all them other kids are coming back, those 3 spots are going to be hard to fill. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Are we going to more divisions? Is that next year or is that a couple
I
years
think
down the line?
I think last year no, because remember I gave you the Burns schedule and we're still got the same conference. I think the following year.
yeah.
Okay.
Because this will be 4 years. Don't they do it every 4 years? They
Yes.
they reevaluate.
Just wanted to make sure.
They reevaluate every 4 years, and now we're going to what are we going to, Terry? 6 classifications.
That's what I'm thinking
6.
it is.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
Well, I got the
but-
schedule right in front of me for the Burns fans. Cleveland County football, the Jamboree will be August 9th. August 9th at Shelby for you Jamboree fans. Gaston County Jamboree is August 11th. August 11th, Bulldogs will be playing South Point in the Cleveland County Jamboree at Shelby. It doesn't say where the Gaston County Jamboree is, but you're playing Kramer in that one, Tom. So 2 Jamborees for the Bulldogs versus South Point and Kramer. And then they start the season the 18th at Forest View, Crest, Kings Mountain, and Alexander. Then at Alexander Central, Highland Tech at home, at Bessemer, home, Thomas Jefferson, East Gaston, at Cherville, and at Shelby to finish the season. The other one I have right now, Crest, begins at home against Gaffney to start the season.
That's nice.
And that will be
That's nice.
That'll probably be on WOHS, folks. So, all right.
Another thing to Kevin, is you speaking about that, I know Coach Parker always told us when the grass turns green, football's not that far away.
But now I can't believe it's right around the corner.
I know.
We ain't got no grass in Vail no more, Terry.
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
That just blows my mind. Y'all got 9,000 tractors over there, and y'all had to go get AstroTurf.
So it's done. The
it's
field's done. Wow.
It's done.
Yep, we showed it last week.
I mean, different places are
When you
different
weren't
things. I know.
I was working for the radio station.
we
Okay.
showed it last week when you were here.
Yeah.
And I did call in for about 45 minutes on that program till I was run off the air so you could do whatever you're going to
Tom, I had fun with you. I knocked you off your chair.
You
last
did.
I
You
muted you.
did.
I muted you a couple times.
Muted me a couple times.
It's like, this is great.
Tom's not here.
Mute him.
Yeah,
Give Tom.
he was pretty rude about it.
Let's let Tom absorb a little more abuse. He doesn't absorb enough abuse. And I just want to say, Terry, I know Terry's an umpire and I am. Can some of you out there listening please sign up to umpire some games?
Yeah.
It's a great way to get exercise, a little extra pocket money. You get a little social aspect to it.
You do.
Terry, everybody's quit umpiring.
No, it's not all point like that, Tommy. You get your blood pressure to
Get
jump
your blood
up.
pressure.
What
and
I was
all
going
that.
to say,
I mean,
y'all get y'all some
What is that? What is
blood pressure pills.
What has happened to our umpires? I mean, it's
I
just
don't know.
crazy.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. We had a meeting, and this is 2 years ago, and we kept telling them when we started going across our group, and everybody's in their 40s and 50s,
50s, the
and
same
60s.
thing, same thing. Man.
And guys, if somebody don't come out, and it's hard, I'm gonna tell you the hardest part is I try to get a couple young people out of our West Lincoln High School to come and help.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, after they come and do it a couple times, some of them never want to come back because you don't understand how people can abuse you, and then you got to be able to take it.
Right.
You know, that's the hardest part. You got to be able to take it. Hey, you're gonna make mistakes. We're human. You know, and the thing that gets me
could
is
just quit yelling at umpires like they're inhuman devils.
But we sit back, and I tell people all the time, I said, we even got on their thing, look, there's no agents here today watching your kids. You know, maybe later on we hope, and that we hope that's what happens, and hope they go on to Major League Baseball or whatever. But right now, there's no agents here watching these kids. So understand the game, understand how old they are, because, hey, we make mistakes, they make mistakes. And I've always told coaches this, and coaches, I want you to always remember this. If you were doing your job, we would never get out of the top of the first inning because there'd never be an out.
That's correct. Technically, the game could go to infinity. Which
It could.
Sometimes it seems like it does. But
It does.
I'm just telling you, this is the time of year where it starts getting a little work. Like in the beginning, it seems like everybody's nicer.
Oh, yeah, they are. But after you get
about
3 games
halfway.
in, they all know the rules.
It's like some people need to sign. And I even did this, Terry. I don't know if you've ever done this. I heard a young man was interested in umpiring. I said, I've got an extra set of equipment. And I gave it. I don't know if he did any games or not, but I gave him the equipment. It's like, look, man, here's your mask, here's your protector, here's your leg guards. Go get you some shoes, pants, shirt. Go get the rest of the stuff. That's over half your cost right there. I think some of us older guys need to take some of our equipment and give it to these younger guys, because that could be a little bit. But come on, guys, sign up. Kevin's not that bad. Sign up. He'll be nice to you.
I'm the one that causes problems.
Oh.
I take it as a compliment when the other coaches don't like you because you know the rules.
Yeah, but what everybody needs to understand too is Kevin does know umpires, and he does call when he's not sure. I give him credit for that. He always calls when he's not sure of the rule.
He does.
He'll say what's the rule?
So when I was told that we kind of couldn't do nothing about that guy at third, though, Terry, you know what I did? I said, well, their scorekeeper's been sitting outside the dugout this whole game. Let's have him sit back going in outside the dugout the rest of the game. And you know who pitched to his fit? The little scorekeeper. Sorry, fellas. I'll put it this way: if you go to a under high school aged baseball game, and you're an adult, and you think whether you're coach, a parent, or what, you should sit there and make noises to distract an 11 or 12-year-old while he's pitching, you're not a good human being. And what's funny about it, Terry, I was told afterwards by a mother who was on this fella's team that he's not a good human being, that they would never let their kids ever play for that man after playing with him before. So they're like, we totally saw that one coming. But I'm just putting it that way. Like, just don't yell at the 11-year-old pitcher trying to distract him. Just wow. That was a fun one. So anyway, JP, breakfast is here. McDonald's is here. We're going to have to take a break and stuff our faces for just a few moments and make JP at least do some part of his job today and hit a button or two in there while we're here. So good, happy morning, everybody. Saturday, we'll have some more sports. NASCAR, NFL, golf, NBA finals, Major League Baseball, and more coming up. KDCBroadcasting.com.
I'm Calvin Hastings, and I would invite you to join myself along with Captain Ron and the Boss as we broadcast live for the big 20th anniversary customer appreciation celebration at Affordable Paint and Body Shop in Shelby. It's this Saturday, June 10th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Come check out the cool cars on display and register to win $2,000 in coupons from Affordable Paint and Body Shop. It's their way to show their appreciation to their customers for the past 20 years of business. Plus, we'll be there broadcasting live. We'll have free hot dogs, chips, and soft drinks. and register to win some great prizes, including free rounds of golf, free movie passes, a $50 gas card, baseball tickets, bowling passes, T-shirts, and more. So plan now to be there this Saturday, June 10th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. The 20th anniversary customer appreciation celebration at Affordable Paint and Body Shop, 2230 Huey Church Road off Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, right behind Honda Motorcycles of Shelby. A gas leak can be a killer. Just a small pinhole in a gas line put together with a small spark, and the unthinkable can happen. Now you can get a whole home gas line inspection by calling Today's Pro in Shelby. They'll be more than happy to come out and detect any gas leak that could lead to a disaster for your home. And with summer around the corner, see Today's Pro in Shelby for your pool supplies. And yes, they do pool water tests. And they can fill your propane tanks. Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393. Online at todayspro.com. Like them on Facebook too. Francis Brothers Used Cars in Bowling Springs, now in their 54th year of business, has proudly served the people of Cleveland and Rutherford counties since 1969 with a great selection of nice buy here, pay here cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Don, Vito, and Casey invite you to check out their inventory. They look forward to helping you get your next vehicle and to offering oil changes, OBD inspections, brake work, shocks, axles, and CV joints in their service center. Francis Brothers Used Cars and Service Center, 134 North Main Street in downtown Bowling Springs. See them for your next automotive buy or service.
NASCAR heads to the road course in Sonoma.
Start your engine!
It's the Toyota Save Bar 350.
We got a spin up here in turn 2. Briscoe throws the block. Now Larson dives to his inside. Great three-way battle now as they head up the hill to turn 2. Busher now goes to the inside of Harvick. He's going to work in that second spot.
The Toyota Save Bar 350. Sunday, June 11th at 2:30.
Sunday afternoon at 2:30 on Carolina Country WCSL 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com. You'll love what you see at Kurt's Premium Outlet on East Ridge Mall in Gastonia. Enjoy your patio with a 7-piece patio set for $5.99. Also, 9-foot patio umbrellas are $35. Check out a big dual power 3-piece sectional now at $24.93. A sofa and love seat combination is $6.99. Signature recliners are $7.72, and a spa Dynamax massage chair is $4.99. Shop today and save at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New York Road in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook too.
Congratulations to all of our area graduates from the Great Outdoors in Cherryville. You overcame the hurdles, and now we are filled with joy that you have accomplished what you set out for. Now, bigger celebrations await you in the game of life. We pray that you keep on traveling this road of success. This salute is from everyone at the Great Outdoors, 112 North Cherry Street in Cherryville, online at teamgreatoutdoors.com. Like them on Facebook too, and call them at 704-445-8848.
And we're back. I'm sorry, more sports talk with Kevin and the gang. We always want to thank McDonald's, the Cherryville breakfast every Saturday morning.
Got a chip in a chair? Nah. All right, JP, happy Saturday. You okay in there?
Yeah,
he's good.
I just had stomach issues this morning.
He's good.
So.
Thank you.
The only reason I was like,
got you, JP.
So.
That happens quite often. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed my bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin from McDonald's of Cherryville. Thank you, McDonald's, for sponsoring the show and bringing us breakfast JP, thank you for bringing it.
Yeah.
But McDonald's, thank you for providing breakfast for us each and every Saturday morning.
Well, I guess we could have, it delivered. Well, we do have it delivered, but
just do some DoorDash. JP's our DoorDash.
The JP.
It's included in his duties.
All right, NASCAR race as always, 92.9 FM here on KTC Broadcasting. I didn't watch the race last week, but I'll let you guys talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, Tom, talk to us about it.
Yeah, Tom was working last Sunday. You know what? My daughter watches each and every Sunday. She watches the Formula One. She never misses a race, Terry. even though Max
Why would she
Verstappen,
watch that garbage?
because she is an engineering major. She watches it every week.
So watch the real engineers who actually have to do something other than Max Verstappen, who wins every race.
It's boring.
Exactly.
That's what I tell Anna. I was like, Anna, this is boring.
That's the conversation
and she's
on
like,
the internet.
Well, she likes Ferraris, her Italian heritage. You know, she's pulls for the Ferraris. But I'm like, and she goes, how can Honda beat a Ferrari? It just drives her insane. She can't stand
The
it.
right answer to that, Tom, is, well, I mean, a Ferrari can't make a weed eater, can they?
No, they can't. That's right. They can't make a lawnmower.
There's no
can't
engine
make a
a
lawnmower.
Honda cannot make.
I'm just telling you, man. It's like, you know, I had to adopt a driver, so I adopted George Russell as my driver. And old George finishes about second or third every single race. He even got me a T-shirt, you know, to go. I was like, we're going to go to there's a race in Canada. We need to go to a race in Canada so we can watch the Formula One race. You know, it's over an hour and a half, Terry. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like bing, bang, boom, you're out of there. So we watched that, and I don't really.
It's kind of hard.
What's that?
Nobody can pass each other.
No, they can't.
I hate that racing.
It's just, but engineers just love it. I don't know. It really is. It's uneventful, Terry.
Yeah,
it's really uneventful compared to a NASCAR race where you got people get out.
The only thing I like about that race is if you wreck, you're done.
Oh my God!
Your car's tore all to pieces.
If you wreck in that race, you not only that, you might be going to the morgue.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but in a NASCAR race, you know, they beat and bang and spin each other out and fight and cuss each other out. You know, it's a lot of fun to watch a NASCAR race. It just takes it's all day. Yeah. If you watch a NASCAR race, that's why it's probably better to listen to it on WCSL because at least you can do something else while you're listening to the race. You know, so and they do give great coverage. NASCAR, if you listen to it, you know, a lot of times on the way back, if I'm somewhere in the car, you listen to the race, man, it's really good. It's really good coverage of the NASCAR races.
All I wanted to say about last week's race is Kyle Busch won.
I know he won. I got the 8 text messages that I ignored.
Well, but, I mean, come on, Tom.
He's the king. He's the king. Blah blah.
That made
blah,
number 228. Ain't that right, Zach? 228.
How many
did Richard Petty have? 200. How many home runs? Could this guy not stay in racing a lot longer so he could help even compete? Can
somebody look up how many minor league home runs that Barry Bonds hit?
I mean, 228 victories.
I want to look that up right now. It's bothered me a little bit.
I mean, he's closing in. The next guy in his path right now, think of it, Tom, is Dale Earnhardt.
I'm not trying to think of anything. I'm trying to block you out, Terry.
That's what I'm saying. Next guy in his path. But anyway, Kyle Busch last week for all y'all Larson fans, and y'all thought y'all was good. He was going to win. Wrong.
Barry Bonds had 20 home runs in the minors.
So we're going to add that to his total, right? Got to add 20 to his total.
Yeah, we got to go back and find Hank Aaron. And see
I want to find out not only Hank Aaron, but Mark McGwire. How many home runs did he hit in the minors?
I don't think McGwire even played in the minors.
He was like 19. Yeah, he was like 19 starting in a major league game, something like that. Yeah.
Hank Aaron had 31 homers in the minors.
And he's still behind.
Craziest thing. I mean, this is the craziest thing. You know, the sad thing is, you know, Kyle Busch is a good driver. He's just not likable except by his fans. And, you know, I'm not going to take away that, but they call him the king. That's just stupid, man.
I don't understand why you wouldn't.
McGwire had 48 home runs in the minors.
In the minors. I mean, it's just like you're basically counting his minor league home runs in his win total, which is stupid. Why do we keep doing this? It's dumb.
Zach, before
it's just dumb.
Yeah, but we don't race. I mean, you got to understand there's 36 races for the whole year. Back when Richard Petty, I mean, they raced every day. They raced during the week for victories.
But it was a NASCAR Cup
I do not
Series
care,
race.
Tom. Then, okay, open this up where they race more if you need it to happen.
Series.
Let's race on Monday, Wednesday,
Well,
and Saturday.
let's do win percentage. If he's the king, let's do win percentage. The number of races you won versus number of races you participated in.
I like Richard
Does
Petty.
anybody keep that?
You know what? I
Kevin?
like Richard Petty.
Oh,
Like
I'm
win
sure
percentage?
you can find how many he started, I'm sure.
Something
pretty easily.
besides his minor league wins. It's just dumb.
It's just the point that when he...
There it is.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to put it like this.
Who's number 1? Oh, David Pierce. Richard Petty's number 4. Herb,
Herb
Thomas.
Thomas. Mm.
So Herb's the king.
Yes.
by that measure. I mean, there's no measure other than
number 2 is Tim Flock, 39 victories. So we'll go through it real quick. Herb Thomas had 48 victories and 229 starts. He won almost 21% of his races.
Okay, needs to race more.
Tim Flock won 39 victories and 187.
That's when
starts.
they actually raced a stock car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he won 20%.
But you could do anything to it.
Now, Tom, those aren't.
Yeah,
there's the difference.
True.
So, hey, Herb Thomas is the fabulous Hudson Hornet. For the people that don't know, if you've ever watched,
that's awesome.
If you've ever watched Cars, he's one of the main characters in Cars.
And so my son's dying to go down to the. I told him that he's at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He's dying to go. I might actually take him.
Look at all the chrome on those cars, man. That's awesome.
Well, I'm talking about the Hudson Hornet. He don't care about that. He's talking about the.
And think of a pit
car,
stop here, y'all. Back in them days, your pit stop probably took 2 or 3 minutes or longer.
Well, you can look at his tire. It says LF
I know.
for left front.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Awesome.
They got them marked.
Well, Tim Flock was racing in white
walls
on Daytona Beach.
Yeah. That looks like that car was
Tom, your modern day. This is your modern day, and a lot of
David
people.
Pearson was good.
And everybody forgets David Pearson was Petty's main rival. He won 18.29% of his victories, 105 victories total, 574.
It's a lot of races, man. That's a lot of races.
Richard Petty in 1,100 starts won 16.89% of his races, Tom. So he won in about twice as many starts, won about twice as many races as David Pearson with a slightly less percentage. So there you go for your
But this is
comparison.
all NASCAR, Tom. This don't include, you can race anything. We're talking about racing anything.
What are you talking about?
He's trying to change the subject now because Kyle Busch ain't nowhere near.
No, he's good.
I mean, by any Old Ned
this
was
is
pretty
just
good.
NASCAR.
Lee Petty.
Come on, this is not racing.
That's
truck.
just the top 10.
This is not racing
But you see-
Xfinity.
but you see
this
how-
is not racing.
Do you see?
Watch this real quick. Is Busch the best cow in NASCAR, Terry? Mr. Let's talk about racing everything.
Is he the best cow?
Yeah.
Kyle Larson's better than him.
There's no way. He took him to the grinder last week. You put him
Terry,
outside.
I want you to notice something though. Like when
Kyle Larson had. Listen to me, Tom. Kyle Larson had 10 chances.
It's so hard
to
to
beat that guy.
It's so hard to listen to you.
10 chances. They restarted that race over and over and over again. And Kyle Busch said, "Little boy, get out of the way. I'm going by."
You see, this is a difference. When I say something, we get into a good discussion. When you say something, it's just jibber jabber.
We're talking. That's NASCAR.
I mean, it's
up there.
It's jibber jabber, Terry. It's just
not
blah blah blah.
jibber
It's jibber jabber, man.
Well, the thing I liked the best was Denny Hamlin and Logano didn't win. They were
right.
second and third, so can't stand either one of those guys.
I make the show interesting. You make it unbearable.
Well,
no, I make it very interesting.
Busch wins in Chicago, Terry. They said they probably won't have that again. How you feel about that? Do you want them to have the Chicago race again? Well,
I don't know. I do not know yet.
What you thinking about there?
There's a lot of things to think about. There's a lot of races I'd like to take out.
So here's.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't even like the race last week because it's a different kind of a track, and to me it runs totally different for a lot of people. But now Kyle Busch has been good there. Mm-hmm. Last year he finished second behind Joey Logano, and then this year he comes up and wins it. So I mean his car's set up. They know how to run that track, but I don't even like that track. So
that's why I was.
But that's just my opinion.
Well, this week they're at another road course in
Sonoma.
Sonoma.
I know, Sonoma.
So you've got those. So rumors are swirling that North Wilkesboro may get a points race next year.
Is that good or bad, y'all?
Good.
No, I like it.
I like it for us and the area we're in, but I think if it becomes a point race system, knock people out of the way.
Who's going to lose the race? Somebody's got to lose a race if they don't add one.
Well, talking about maybe losing this one.
This one's one of them. There's a bunch. There's actually like 4 or 5 on the board that they're talking about. So that's one of them. They're also talking about the All-Star race. You heard this one. Next year at the Rock, boys.
Rockingham.
That's the rumor. All-Star race at the Rock next year. So that's what they're trying to keep it under wraps. But it may be Wilkesboro's getting one of these dates. One of the rumors was they're going to get the Bristol date, but they ain't going to get that one, the dirt date. But they're going to take the dirt away, keep Bristol 2, North Wilkesboro is going to get one of these other ones, and they're going to, and then Rock maybe with the All-Star race next year. So
well, I'm with taking the dirt away because I don't think that's NASCAR right now.
How much work does Rockingham need?
they race right now anyway. I don't.
Well, they're racing on. Okay.
They do trucks and weird
They'd
different stuff.
They'd have to refurbish it.
It is not even close to anything like North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, and they're supposed to repave North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro.
It's an active track.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro looked like the ruins of Greece.
Right.
You know, it was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was bad. But you know, I'd like to say it was fun when so many races were in the area.
Well,
I mean, you know, within Virginia, Tennessee, and North Carolina, and South Carolina.
Which it should still stay. I mean, this is where the heart of it is. It should be like
now.
that.
Which races are they talking about taking away?
Well, you have to give me a second to pull.
I mean, this past week, this is like the third straight week that NASCAR's been sold out.
That's good though.
Yeah, I mean that's how it should be. I mean, they got to do something. But and I'm with the only thing that gets me about North Wilkesboro is you got to move people out of the way. I mean, you can't have a leader get out front. Nobody wants to watch a race where a leader leads 495 of 500.
Yeah,
laps.
I think Jeff.
Unless Kyle Busch.
Terry, I think it's going to be better than.
Well, Kyle Busch, it's a whole different story. He's the king anyway.
Terry, we talked about this. 35 cars on the tracks will make a difference.
Yeah.
Because we only did
20.
20 and 20. That's not.
You're going to catch track it,
right?
And that's going to slow down the leader. He's going to have to lead through that back
if you catch Joey Logano, he ain't letting you by. I mean,
no, because he don't know how to drive.
Place and he's blocking. He's just what a fool.
I think last time I watched a race at North Wilkesboro, I think Jeff Bodine lapped the field.
Usually, that happens a lot.
They was talking about up at North Wilkesboro one time when Richard Petty was like
3 laps ahead or something.
Here's some rumors, Terry.
Take a road course away.
I agree with that.
This is just. It's not saying which one's coming off.
I don't like
this.
road
This
courses.
This is where they will. I don't see where it's saying.
I will put it like this: one thing before you start, leave Sonoma because it was one of the first ones. If you're going to leave it because it was one of the first ones you put there.
This prediction.
Take one of the other ones.
This
away.
prediction's got El Dorado on it.
Okay.
That's dirt, ain't it?
Yeah. Well.
Isn't it?
That's a good question.
I thought it was. Still got Chicago Street Course. Yeah, it's showing all these races possibly for next year. They're talking about going to Montreal, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Do you ever watch the race there, Terry? To going back to Indy Roval instead of the road course is also on the docket. Proposal of a Brooklyn Street race.
Why can't we go back to the Indianapolis, the regular race?
That's what I just said.
I know. Take
that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. I think you're going to get that next year. There's also they got Nashville Super Speedway and Nashville Fairground Speedway vying for a day each, trying to bring a race to Nashville. So you see maybe how that might go. So a lot of different thoughts on those. I'm trying to find one that just says who you're taking away, but I don't really see it. So. All right, I think the big rumor is going to end up being the Rockingham thing. All right, Tom, we're talking about your daughter and watching these F1 cars, and we're talking about watching NASCAR. Has she watched the Le Mans 24 hours? You been paying attention to this?
No.
So NASCAR has entered a car into the Le Mans 24 hours race.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy Johnson's one of the drivers.
Oh okay, yeah.
And
she probably knows about it.
So they're not actually qualified as a class because basically it doesn't fit up with any of the other ones. But they are outrunning the GTEs right now, and there's a lot of people upset right now over in France. and so it's just one car. It's a Chevy Henry's. I'm about to pull it out here and show you some of it. But
they're gonna let Junior drive with him.
No, Junior don't drive anything over 100 miles per hour right now.
All right. I'm glad you said
Seriously,
that.
he's not trying to get a concussion.
Yeah, I understand.
Now, I want to tell you something else that bothers me. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, so okay. But here we go. They had Dale Earnhardt Jr. doing Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
Get away from that. I'm sorry. I like Dale Earnhardt Jr. I pulled for him. I'm with it. But Danica Patrick knew more about that race than he did because she's drove in it.
Oh, you're talking about broadcasting?
Yeah, broadcasting.
I thought you were talking about racing.
Racing too, yeah.
You're right. I was wondering why he was there.
Yeah, because I'm like, what are we doing? Don't get me wrong. I like him. I like what he does. Keep him in perspective of what you're doing. And it got bothered me when I saw him.
Well, he's not going. If he's not drove the car, he's not going to know what he's talking about. Because you look at Jimmy when Jimmy was down here just in Charlotte, and how much of a difference that new car was to and that was a NASCAR car.
So from my understanding is they try to make these cars close in speed, so they'll take stuff away from your car, allow you to add stuff. So this version of the NASCAR car, Terry, is a lot closer to the old school that we had. This is 750 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 years we've been racing at 580 and low sixes. So this is 750. This is what NASCAR fans want. They're tired of seeing the low horsepower, and they want to see the big horsepower. So here we are at Le Mans. Those are real headlights too, guys, because they got to race at night. So it's not just sticker headlights. So a lot of different things. But what's cool, I'm not an expert at this at all, but from what I'm seeing and hearing is they're talking about how you do take different parts off the car or add to them. So they're beating the GTEs right now. They're behind the other two classes, whatever they are. But they're called Garage 56,
number 24.
And there's a kind of a look at the car for the folks watching online. I'll pause it there. It just looks like Chevy Camaro. So, but it's pretty neat that they're running pretty fast. But for the folks wondering about the horsepower, that they've tuned it down a little bit, Terry, and the drivers want more horsepower, and the crew chiefs want more horsepower, and everybody, it seems like, wants more horsepower, and except for the people running it. So it's kind of weird how they're approaching this. Now, a lot of the NASCAR teams, the Toyota and Ford teams, are pissed about this because they don't have a car in this, and they're basically saying this is giving the Chevy cars extra publicity, illegal testing, because they pretty much don't even allow them to test or practice on anything anymore. And so Toyota and Toyota and Chevy, Ford are both kind of mad about Chevy being allowed to do this, and it's a Hendricks car, so that just throws all the other rumors into it. The Hendricks is allowed to do whatever they want with that. So take with that whatever you will. But I'm pretty interested to see how they finish. I can't remember the other two drivers with Jimmy, but they're both really good, and I've totally loved
it. Had their list across the top.
Oh, did it?
Back there and a little bit going back.
I think the lights just came on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep on going back, because at the start of it, when you was there.
Oh, the start of the video?
Yeah, well, when it's introduced, talking to that young man right there. Yeah, and it'll show above him. It'll show all three of the drivers.
Oh, right there. Button, Johnson, and Rockenfeld. That's a British guy, an American, and a German, right, Tom? Did I get those flags right?
Yeah, that's right.
Flags of our world. I passed, guys.
Kids don't know that stuff anymore.
They would know. I love watching the interviews on the streets of college kids on the streets, and then they're just pretty bad. You say,
well, speaking of kids not knowing, my daughter will kill me for telling this.
Terry has such issues.
We went to, and she went to West Lincoln. So we'll put that out there. We went to
Terry.
We went to go get her some furniture yesterday, and she was looking at a mattress too. And she's like, "Yeah, I need to get a mattress." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You get about 7 years out of them." I said, "Yours is 6 years old." She says, "No, it ain't, Daddy. It's a lot older than that." She said, "I was 16 when I got it, and I'm 22."
Okay.
You can't let her and Mandy do quick math.
Yeah.
And I saw. And is Mandy going to be the video? Going to be is that going to be the ending of the show today?
Oh my gosh!
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the last. I'm just going ahead and warn
you guys.
y'all.
Probably not privy to that information.
The play of the year, or maybe the play of the week this week was Mandy on the water slides, and that's all I have to say. Any predictions, Terry and Sonoma, or just regular road course guys?
Well, here you go again. That's right. It's going to be nothing new.
It's going to be the same guys probably in contention. You got Larson,
Reddick.
You got Bush, Reddick, Logano. Is going to
Chase Elliott will be
Chase.
up that way. Yeah, you can
the
take
guys.
them and pinpoint who's going to win this race. Give me 7 drivers, and I guarantee one of them 7's going to win, and then the rest of them just finish where they finish.
Yeah. So what race did Kyle Busch win this weekend? That wasn't the Chicago Street race?
That's what I thought.
It was another Illinois race?
St. Louis, wasn't it?
Yeah, St. Louis.
Illinois 300, and it was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So it was across the river, the St. Louis metro area.
He can win anywhere. That's not a big deal.
Just weird. Okay, so that wasn't the street race. Street race is in July 2nd. Got that wrong, folks. This week is Sonoma. Next week is Nashville. No, 2 weeks to get a week off. Then they got Nashville and then Chicago street race. So we'll be back in a few minutes on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Register your dad in this year's KTC Broadcasting WhatsUpShopper.com Father's Day giveaway. Some lucky dad will win a $500 shopping spree at one of our local merchants. Register today at Arnold's Jewelry on South Washington Street in Shelby, at Triad Corrugated Metal on Industrial Park in Lincoln, at Dallas Express Pharmacy on Hoffman Road in Dallas, at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Medical Arts Pharmacy on Grover Street in Shelby, at Ronald's Restaurant on West Church Street in Cherryville, at Holly's Flowers on West Graham Street in Shelby, at the Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston, at the Chop Shop Dog Salon on East King Street in Kings Mountain, and at Eddie's Auto Parts on East Main Street in Lincoln. The drawing will be held Friday, June 16th. Register your dad today. He could be our $500 Father's Day shopping spree winner.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series heads to Sonoma.
To the start-finish line. The green flag is out. They go door to door through turn 1.
The DoorDash 250.
He'll look once again to the outside in turn number 7. They go around the roundabout.
Oh, we got a car off track. He's gone off track here at 2A and hit the tire barrier.
Great three-way battle now as they head up the hill to turn 2.
The DoorDash 250. Saturday, June 10th at 7:30.
Saturday night at 7:30 on Carolina Country WCSL 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
It's Ram Truck Month at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby. Ram Truck Month is the time to get exclusive deals. Now get $1,825 bonus cash on Ram's most popular new 2022 Ram 1500 Classic models. Or get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2022 Ram 2500 and 3500 models. Go big. Ram Truck Month is on now at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
Congratulations to all of our area graduates from the Great Outdoors in Cherryville. You overcame the hurdles, and now we are filled with joy that you have accomplished what you set out for. Now, bigger celebrations await you in the game of life. We pray that you keep on traveling this road of success. This salute is from everyone at the Great Outdoors, 112 North Cherry Street in Cherryville, online at teamgreatoutdoors.com. Like them on Facebook too, and call them at 704-445-8848.
You'll love what you see at Kurt's Premium Outlet on East Ridge Mall in Gastonia. Enjoy your patio with a 7-piece patio set for $5.99. Also, 9-foot patio umbrellas are $35. Check out a big dual power 3-piece sectional now at $24.93. A sofa and love seat combination is $6.99. Signature recliners are $7.72, and a spa Dynamax massage chair is $4.99. Shop today and save at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New York Road in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook too.
And we're back on Zany More Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I don't know if they actually heard that I said last ad, so until they realize I actually said last ad and that they're back on the air, I'm just gonna keep talking. And there's not much I can really talk about, but I mean.
Yeah. All right, JP. Thank you. We were listening to you ramble. I had a bunch of actually NASCAR Twitter stuff this week, so I want to play some of this. This a bunch of audio real quick to have a little fun real quick before we move on, guys. So bear with me a second. So this is I don't know if you remember this, Terry. This is James Hilton. He showed up in Dover in 1979, and he had a horn installed into his race car.
Wow.
And he would honk it on the track while driving. This
awesome.
In the 48 yellow Palatine. Now listen to him here.
Let's see if I got it. Zach, did you hit computer yet? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, go
Ready?
ahead.
Yeah. James Hilton has come to Dover Downs International Speedway with a revolutionary piece of new equipment that is seated in his Palatine Automotive Chevrolet.
So funny.
Now, what in God's name is that? That's a horn. On a race car? Sure, people run around the pit and down pit road, you know, that'll scare them out of the way. Well, what about during the race itself? Are you going to plunk the horn on once in a while? Oh, yeah, just for kicks, you know, just see what it's like and kind of break up the monotony of it, you know.
James Hilton.
So there you go, Tommy. Driver admitting to the monotony of the drive. Now this is awesome, guys. You talking about restrictor plates and Talladega and how fast you can go,
Man,
guys?
he's moving.
Here you go,
Rusty.
the fastest ever. This is Rusty Wallace.
He is moving, y'all. Look at that.
Rusty Wallace in a test with no restrictor plate at Talladega reached 228 miles per hour at the end of the straightaway with a best lap average of 216, 30 miles faster than the normal without the restrictor plates.
Yeah, and what was Bill Elliott's again, like 213 or something?
Something like that, yes.
In that range. So that's move. You can
Is
tell.
that in a Dodge?
He drove a Chevy, didn't he?
I thought it said Dodge. He drove a Pontiac for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Miller Genuine Draft.
Yep.
That's the
Man,
blue,
that car's
that's the
moving.
blue deuce right there going 220.
It says Dodge on the front of it, doesn't it?
It looks like it, yeah, miles per hour for Rusty Wallace.
It's funny, you know, you talking about you could tell how fast he's going just by watching the other race. You can tell he's going really fast on that. Like sometimes when you watch NASCAR races, it just seems like they're not moving fast. And my son, like I said, he's been starting to watch a little bit this year, and he's like, Dad, they're not really going that fast. And I said, son, they're not 170 at 180. You know, it'll show it on there. He says, that looks like they're going like 30.
So here's another one. Now this is a story. This is Buddy Baker telling a story. And Terry, do you remember him being on the gurney? Or you remember this story? Have you heard this story about him being on the gurney?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Buddy Baker. 1968, Buddy crashed at Smoky Mountain Raceway. Tom, they loaded him on a stretcher, but they forgot to latch the back of the ambulance, sending Buddy rolling across the track through traffic and into a ditch. And this is Buddy telling his story.
At the old Smoky Mountain Raceway, went head on into the wall, and I broke about 4 or 5 ribs on the right-hand side there. And they sent a guy out there about the size of, about 145 pounds to get hold of me, and I weighed 225 pounds then. And first off, he got me by the head and tried to take me out of the car. And then they brought this little gurney out there with these little small wheels on them, and the thing was 6 foot tall, and they had an old Pontiac ambulance there. And this guy finally gets some help, and they get me on there. Well, they put the straps on me, and they carry me over this old Pontiac. I can still remember seeing that Indian on, it looked like it was on fire, had that big red face on it there. And I'm going, man, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. And they put me up in the back of that thing, and here goes this ambulance, wadding round the corner, and I go, golly, I don't think I run this fast tonight. Down to the back straightaway, stops like so, and they have to open the gate, and you have to leave from the back straightaway. Well, I'm laying there like this, and I'm going, oh, man. And about that time, this guy hit the accelerator, the back door flew open. They didn't tighten the wheels up on the thing. I shoot out in front. They hadn't put a red flag out, so people are coming out of the pit. And I'm going round and round down the racetrack. And I see these cars going boom, boom, boom on both sides. And I went, I got to do something. I got to do something. And I got one arm out of the straps like that, and I started doing like that. Well, I went down, hit in the red mud on the inside of the racetrack, and this gurney goes end over end down there. And the little guy come up there, and he said, are you hurt? And I said, no, I'm dead. All you got to do is cover me up here.
He said, I'm dead. All you got to do is cover me up now.
So the gurney flipped over, and he already had 5 broken
Yeah,
ribs.
you know that was painful.
He rolled over on the gurney across the NASCAR track, and the little guy come up and asked him, "Are you hurt?"
Are you hurt? No, I'm dead.
You forgot to lock the door.
It's so funny. So funny.
I think I got one more, maybe 2 real quick. But that was a good one. There's Rusty. Oh yeah, Terry. This is not a video, but this is a note. When was the last time someone other than Kyle Larson started first at Sonoma? And who was it? Any guesses? How long has it been since someone other than Kyle Larson started first? Any? 2016. He's won 6 straight poles there, Terry.
Jeff Gordon.
Carl Edwards. You're good.
Carl
good
Edwards.
guess. Guessing a retired driver. Carl
Yeah.
Edwards was the last driver, 2016, that started first at Sonoma.
You know, it's amazing because when you speak of Carl Edwards, I saw him this past, a couple of races ago. First time I'd seen him in like forever. They had him broadcasting.
Yeah.
That just flipped me out. I'm like, guy, where you been?
Yeah, I know.
He actually,
good driver.
He actually
Yeah.
said he's interested in maybe doing some racing a little bit more. He's gotten tired a little bit.
Yeah,
How old
I
is he?
saw-
You think 48?
Yeah, he just
I
quit.
can't remember how it
He
was.
just quit.
I think-
had enough.
I think that a lot of retired people are the same way. Like when I retire from teaching, I don't think I might. You want me to come in and teach a class every now and then? I'll come in and teach class, leave. You know, I think it's the same thing the NASCAR drivers do. Like, I'll come run one race. Yeah, have a little
But
fun.
you know how it is, Tom. If you become a sub, you be there every day.
No,
So
I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
And finally, I got a little Brad Keselowski here, guys. This is his memory. He can remember who's won every race.
Wow.
Dang.
Watch this. All right, Zach.
Get that.
2016 Sonoma.
I think that might have been Tony Stewart's last win.
2014 Pocono 1.
I think Dale Jr. swept the races that year.
2014 Richmond Fall.
I won that race.
What about Chicago that fall?
I won that race too.
What about 2016 Washington?
Denny Hamlin.
Yep.
I should have won that race.
2015 Texas Fall.
Jimmy Johnson. I ran second.
2011 Sonoma.
Oh, Kurt Busch.
Ding, ding, ding.
I was just talking about this earlier.
How about 2013 Fall Kansas?
Oh, got it.
The Roush cars were very strong. They should have won this race. 2013. Oh, Kevin Harvick. It's funny how the more recent it gets, the harder it is for me to remember.
2015 Kentucky.
Kyle Busch.
Yep. 15 Texas Spring.
2015 Texas Spring. 2015 Texas Spring.
Now this is a King's Hawaiian bit.
Jimmy won that one too?
That's why
Yep.
you see the rolls there in front of him and it's sponsored on.
He won all those Texas races.
But do you remember like what happened to you in any of these races?
Some of them. That one I don't remember.
If it was something eventful.
Yeah, I don't remember those.
2012 Homestead. When you won the championship.
Jeff Gordon.
2011 Darlington. Spring Road.
Regan Smith.
Indianapolis.
You remember that 2012 Reagan Smith?
2011
Reagan Smith. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
This goes on for 4 minutes.
Yeah, Vickers, Raggett, Dale Jr., and Jimmy Johnson, and Vickers won the race.
Ooh, 2007 Coke 600.
Casey Mears.
Got Casey
2007
2007.
Talladega Fall.
Those are the ones that trip me out is when they say it's fall and spring. Being in the same spot. Oh, they missed one.
Spring.
What are y'all working on?
Jimmy Johnson. 2008 spring. Oh, spring. Fall was Jimmy Johnson. Spring would have been Clipboard.
So that's where he gets
2009
spring and fall. He knows them unless he gets spring and fall. Is that
That's
crazy?
That's kind of ridiculous.
That's a pretty good memory right
That's
there.
unreal.
Pretty good.
That is. I mean, could
I don't
you
care
might
who
miss
you
you
are.
might miss about a year, like 9, 8. You know, get the
Yeah,
name
but when
right,
they
wrong
jump in
year.
like 2015 to 2018, back to 2007, I mean, you know,
my process, if I was trying to think, that would be like, where was I in 2015? My car was here. I was this, and that's how I'd go through it. But he goes through it so quick. That's not his process.
But now his problem was, I should have won that race. I should have won it.
Yeah, that's probably where it is.
Or to remember who wrecked who
for all of them. All right, real quick, NFL news and notes. Tom, you said your Browns are looking good, talking big. Dalvin Cook was just released.
Yes, he was. Said he's going to go to Miami.
3 straight 1,000-yard rushers, and we just get released. Minnesota's doing a lot of cleaning the house and restarting. I think they're trying to go for one of those quarterbacks next year. Is what I think Minnesota's
they're restarting it up,
trying to do.
Running backs aren't it?
It's honestly it's sad. It's
you
almost
can get him for nothing now.
Yeah, you can get running backs.
But now if
they don't value him
gets
anymore.
If Miami gets him, I'm telling you, look out.
I wouldn't be upset if we got him. I know we got Sanders, but he's more of a third down type back. I wouldn't mind having a two back combo like that.
I don't think that's not going to the Panthers.
No, he's not.
Miami though, Terry. The problem is their coach is crazy.
He is,
and their quarterback is.
But my God, if they ain't loading up, buddy,
well, they
all over the place.
There's been a lot of teams in NFL history that's got a bunch of stars on it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something else too. And I was watching.
Did you see him not deny his vaping the other yesterday? Or whatever it was, acting like he didn't know what they were talking about. And I honestly, to be whether I have a problem with it or anybody has a problem with it or not, it's amazing to me NFL didn't have a problem with it.
I can't believe they shut it down.
That's what I'm amazed by, is that usually that's the type of thing. Anything not approved by the NFL on TV, they come down with a hammer on. And that's the one thing I was confused about as far as that goes. Sorry, Terry.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to think about the teams that the NFL where they putting like the Jets as number 1 in the East. I mean, I understand you're getting Rodgers,
but you're still
the
Jets.
I understand you're gonna daggum win 10 games because that's what Rodgers does. But can you win the East? I don't know about that.
No,
I mean, if I had to pick, I'm still picking Buffalo.
And Miami's not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Is the Jets better than Miami? I don't know.
That's
what
I'm saying.
It's going to be a tough division. That might be the toughest division in football.
It's just that since the Jets got Rodgers, it's like they're number 1. And don't get me wrong, he's good. 10 wins for sure. You're going to get 10 wins.
And that's always going to be in the regular season. What's he doing in the playoffs?
Yep.
He just doesn't. I mean, he's got 1 championship. 1.
Cam Newton's career happened after Aaron Rodgers' the only championship.
What was it? 12? Was it 2012 when they
Correct.
won? Or was it before that?
It was like 08, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it that far ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really puts in perspective.
So, Tom, Browns favorites in the division.
I don't know. I think you still have to go with. I mean, you could finish first. You could finish last. I mean, I
Can
think.
you beat Pittsburgh?
Have they cut Kareem Hunt yet? Is he gone?
I was just reading about that, and he is a free agent, and they have not ruled out bringing him back. But I think the issues with guys like him is he knows he could be a number 1. So why does he want to be number 2 behind somebody? I mean, I get it, and I know that. I think Chubb would be happy with him coming back because you definitely want somebody. You don't want much of a drop off.
You want somebody serviceable that comes in when you go out and get a breather.
Different. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl in Cam's rookie season. So that's
there you go.
So Cam's whole career is done and over. After,
and that was what 2011.
11. So it's been 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking up. I saw some Elijah Moore highlights, but everybody looks good in a pair of shorts and their jersey, running.
Yep.
Some of these OTAs and other things they have. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. Can Watson get back to his form? I'm telling you, man, he's in for a rough one, man. Everywhere he goes, man, they're going to be on him. Everywhere he goes, it's going to be tough on him. So we'll see if he can handle it.
For Panthers starting. Quarterback position. They have moved Bryce Young up to quarterback 1 this week.
Number 1.
Yeah, he's taking the first team reps. He should. You don't move up to draft a guy number 1 overall and then say, okay, son, you're going to sit the bench for. If you're going to draft the number 1 overall, he's going to play.
Yeah.
I mean,
I heard, and I'm not a big fan of
from his mistakes.
Right. One of the analysts. I'm not a big fan of his, but I agreed with his take. He said, "Listen, the Panthers are not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Let him get his reps.
Yeah,
let him in."
I agree. Well, I mean, Trevor Lawrence when he went to Jacksonville, I mean, they took their lumps, for his first year, because then everybody was like, he's no good whatsoever.
He made it
now
bit.
look at him.
And then I think, Kevin, you might have mentioned this a couple weeks ago, or it might have been Tom, said, if you replace Andy Dalton with Bryce Young, does the wins change that much? And I think we all consensus said no. It's going to be
Not
about the
really.
same. So play him.
I don't know if it'd be the same. It's hard to say it'd be the same because Dalton's a veteran. He's not going to make as many mistakes. You know that he's going to make mistakes, and that's going to cost him at least a couple games. I think it'd be similar. I think you might have a better chance of winning a couple more with a veteran, but it depends on everything else. I mean, the defense is pretty good. Running game was still pretty good. Even without McCaffrey, running game was still pretty good.
And Dalton is going to be able to help Bryce Young. I mean, just being over on the sideline to tell him what you did, what you should have done.
I think he's a good teammate. I think he's a good teammate. Yeah, I think he knows where he is in his career. So that he could step in there.
He's done this before. Justin Fields with Chicago. He was, remember when he came in, Nagy was a coach.
Yeah,
and Nagy wanted to start Dalton. He did, and everybody else wanted to start Fields, and that's where we were with that.
Yeah. So. All right, couple of college football news and notes. Conferences voting on their schedules and all this, and that's been the big news of this past week of how many teams are going to play and who's going to do what. It's funny watching all these coaches and teams trying to avoid playing other real teams and scheduling all the. Well, we only want to play 8 conference games. We only want to play 9 conference games, and we want 24 teams in our Think about it. They're going to put 16 or 24 teams in the conference and still play out of conference games.
That makes no sense.
I know.
Like what is our affiliation if we're not playing at all ever? And so those I wanted to just call them idiots for what they are. This is the one thing I want to talk about. College football, EA Sports. This has been the big thing in this big argument this week as far as the players and the name, image, likeness. So EA Sports has offered college football players, if they want to be in the game, that they will pay them a grand total. Y'all know the amount?
No.
What would you guess, Terry? Per player that EA Sports is going to pay. I want to hear
per player.
Yeah, you know, right?
I'm gonna say $4 million.
Tom.
You're gonna pay $4 million. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. How about $2,000?
$500.
No.
Now this game is going to be
EA
humongous.
Sports offered them $500. I can't remember the numbers on
$4 million.
Yeah,
you can't go to Myrtle Beach for $500.
Terry's in the ballpark in a sense, but here's why. Caleb May might ask for $4 million, or Drake May and Caleb Williams might ask for $4 million.
Big guys,
because EA Sports is saying by a per player basis to them they're worth $500 because, like you said, Tom, there's a lot of people,
a lot of players in this,
a lot of schools. If you got 100 schools times 50 players times $500, is a lot of zeros.
You're not going to make you money on your game,
right? So EA's got to make money on the game. So their offer was $500 basically to be in it. And
some third stringer ought to be like $100.
Well, right. Well, they probably
they probably just put numbers on them.
So there's a lot of problems and issues with the game. So let's. Well, so first of all, they're right. Caleb Williams and some of the bigger names could all obviously say, "I want more money," right? But here's the issue with this game. If you buy Madden and you draft or you have Aaron Rodgers on your team or draft, whoever, Nick Chubb,
import the draft
he's on your
class.
team for 10 years in Madden.
Yeah.
In college football, these guys leave early and are drafted. So that's how the game is made. So the EA Sports is like, if you get your name on the game, it's only going to be on the game for 3 years or 4 years anyway. So it's not like, and people buy a new game every year. So it's not a continuously valuable thing to them. It's a 1 year at a time value to them is their point. And so there's a lot of nuance in it. And then as far as gamers go, if you don't know, gamers go online. But the minute this game is out, someone will go online and take all the rosters, download the file, put all the names, AI all their names from ESPN or all the rosters on there, and they'll just download the names anyway. So that's what they've done in the past. The hackers know how to do this. So you can get the real names on the players. It's just a matter of what is the worth to it. And EA Sports has said 500, and of course the big ones are like, y'all can kick rocks. So kind of a weird situation. Zach, you're kind of in this, in the game and that. What do you think on? do they need to negotiate individually? Is this a unionized type thing, or I don't know, Tom? Or guys,
how can they form a union? I mean, you're going to form a union.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's just,
the game. I'll say this. They quit doing the game in about 2015, I think it was, because of this name, image, likeness stuff, and they was having some issues with it. There's going to be a lot of people that wants to get this game out. I particularly liked it better than Madden, so I would play the college game a lot more. I think a lot of people's going to go for it.
I did not.
You did not like. I liked.
I'll say this:
recruiting and stuff like that.
People like that. That part of the game is kind of cool. The part I didn't like about it was the gameplay. And they'll fix it, is because you could pick off like my roommate, and this tells you everything you need to know. Terry, he's from Akron. He's an Ohio State fan, and so he played this college football game religiously. And so if you played him, I wouldn't play him in it because I knew what was about to happen. He figured out how to pick off passes easily. And I'm not saying you would throw 3 or 4 a game. You're throwing 10 picks against him. And you've never seen people want to fight so much in college. When my roommate would walk in there. And here's the thing about Tom. He didn't even have to pick Ohio State. He could pick Akron and beat you with Ohio State because he knew how to pick them off. Right. I saw him steal so many of his kids' money doing that. I'm like, oh, my God, you're going to get beat up doing that. But again, that's why I didn't like to play. But it was fun. People you could make the mascots every player on your team. That was pretty kind of cool. So you could have Ramsey's kicking the Duke Blue Devils' butt, and the She-Wolf was in there too. They had both of them in there. And so that was pretty cool watching the Oregon Duck, lay some wood. So those are some of the cool things about the game. But again, if you're the Oregon Duck, do you ask for more than $500 to be in the game, Terry?
For sure. For sure.
And I
that
see
uniform costs like $5,000.
Yeah. See their problem too. They can't give a massive amount of money to everybody.
Right.
And there's not going to be the money in it.
Yes.
It all goes back to what's in the pot. How much money is in the pot?
This is a difficult situation.
Well, I want to tell you something else that I'm not liking on account of college getting ready to come out. Is Drake May, they even come out with an article this past week of whether he should even play on account of the money he's going to give up at the end of the season if he plays, which he's come out and said, I'm going to play. But, I mean, it's funny that that's already being approached to him, and we hadn't played game 1.
Why would he give up money if he plays?
Well, if something happens to him.
He got hurt.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
But like that could happen. That's
at the
always
end of
a
the
possibility.
year, like at the end of the year, the guys don't go play in a bowl game because they're scared they're going to get hurt.
That's always a possibility, and he's getting paid this year. I don't know what the price was, but he's making money.
Yeah.
So,
but it's just amazing to me. It's already started.
And finally, in his first eligible year, Terry, Armani Edwards has been nominated for the College Football Hall of Fame.
And he should.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yep.
Where is the College Football Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I thought you would know that.
You're the one bringing up the player that got inducted.
I don't know where it's at.
It's an app.
It should be in Boone.
That'd be a great place to put it.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, Tom.
Yeah. Where is it?
College Football Hall of Fame? I don't know. Is there a place? Is there such thing?
Oh, yeah, they got to be.
I mean, there's
got to be. A lot of people get inducted. I hope they are. Yeah.
So you mean none of you know where it's at?
No, I'm not a college football fan. You're the Ohio State fan.
You are a college football fan. All you do is talk about how great Appalachian State is. Chick-fil-A, that's the game.
I was getting ready to say.
Is it not got a real building? Is it just like the WWE Hall of Fame where it's just in cyberspace?
There's no such thing.
Okay, there's tickets. Okay. College Football Hall of Fame is where is it?
That's not good.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to say it's in Georgia. Now that I think about it.
It's what?
This is awesome.
Oh. You might not have one.
It's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta.
It's in Nick Saban's house.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. Okay, that's what I was. The more I thought about it, the more that's why they do that Chick-fil-A game, because Chick-fil-A is a Georgia company in Atlanta. That makes sense. It's in Atlanta. It's not far from us. We ought to do a live show in front of it. Sure they wouldn't mind.
Drive the Winnebago down there.
We don't have
We
one
don't
in
have
Winnebago
one of
anymore.
those anymore, Zach.
We sold
Need to get one.
We'll have to rent one.
Tom,
We'll
would
rent
be
it.
the only
We'll take
ones
the heads
going.
of the church bus
Kevin
down there
wouldn't
and
go
do it
with
from
us.
that.
Hey, where's the
Got
pink
new tires on
Cadillac been?
They would have a remote
They had a
today.
remote today.
Okay.
Over at Affordable Paint and Body Shop.
Okay.
That's where it's at today, Tom. Over on
Yeah.
Huey Church Road behind Honda Chevy. Get your free hot dogs today. See Calvin in the gang. Here's Armani's stats for you if you haven't seen them before. Make that kind of big for you folks there at home. Tommy and everybody.
And he did play for the Panthers at one time, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That was.
He was drafted.
Well, I've
Traded up.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, that was. Oh my God. Real quick, everybody don't forget he didn't win all three of the championships for Appalachian. Richie Williams won the first one. Right-handed quarterback, a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, but he was not Armani Edwards. Just looking across the stats, first year as a freshman, Tom, 2,200 yards passing, 1,100 yards rushing, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks as a freshman. Won the national championship. Won the national championship 2007. 17 touchdowns, 7 picks, 21 rushing touchdowns, 1,500 yards rushing. Everyone always talks about how much he runs. Look at his completion percentages, Tom. He could throw, and that's the thing that just drives me crazy about why he didn't try to. So Zach's talking about the draft. What happened there? On the scouting reports, 50% of the teams had him as a quarterback. The other 50 had him as athlete. John Fox, coach of the team at the time, admits now that he did not watch any film on Jimmy Clausen or Armani Edwards, and in that draft, drafted them both. So I repeat, John Fox had never seen a single minute of tape on Jimmy Clausen and Armani Edwards, so he drafts Jimmy to be the quarterback based on Mel Kiper.
He wasn't the GM then, was he?
He was coach.
He was the coach.
Yeah, but he's not the GM.
I have not. Well, Tom.
The GM does the draft, Kevin.
Okay. You're right.
With input from the
You're
head
right.
coach.
You're right.
I was going to say, if I'm drafting somebody or we're getting ready to, I'd like to see them.
Terry, if you're coaching and they say, "Hey, here's a quarterback,"
Yeah. Okay, just get him.
we'll take him in the second round
Yeah,
instead of a
just get
linebacker.
him.
Mel Kiper said he's a must, not miss.
The most guaranteed
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer quarterback. He'll retire if he's not a Hall of Famer. He ain't retired. It's been 20-something, whatever it is, 10 years, whatever it is.
Mel Kiper.
But Armani finished in college with 10,000 yards passing, 74 touchdowns, 33 picks, 4,000 yards rushing. But again, what they were back to him on the draft, they said he didn't watch film either one of them. So when they got there, the Panther scouts, like I said, half the teams had him athlete quarterback. Panther scouts had him as athlete, so they put him in athlete, and they turned someone who threw 10,000 yards, 74 touchdowns in the college into a punt returner. So again, kids, if you can throw a football, you can play. Should keep playing quarterback as long as you can.
We traded
all it
up.
takes is one coach to just see like
we traded up for a player the coach ain't even looked at.
Yep, they put what with Clausen.
No, they traded up for Armani too.
That was a trade up on that.
Yeah, it went from
that's
third to fourth.
That's awesome.
Third to second.
Good job, guys.
Round.
Yeah, they picked him in. I think Armani went. It was either third or second round. It might
Yeah, I
have
guess
third.
what was John Fox doing during all that? Drinking?
All they did was run the football. He didn't care about a quarterback.
He didn't.
That's all it was.
You're right. All right, so there's our football of the day, folks. Any other news comments, Tom? Anything about Nick Saban you want to say?
No, we're going to save college football for football season. We're still well, not too. We're 2.5 months
The
away.
grass is turning green.
Grass is turning green.
That's
The
right.
Bermuda is starting to grow, so that means there's summer football practice going on. Those and understand the work these boys put in before you yell something stupid from the crowd.
Yeah.
On a Friday night, just understand these boys have been sweating since early June. Well, really, spring.
Oh,
You know, they have spring practice in North Carolina now, so
Yeah. And
yeah,
then you gotta
they
do your
work
7
hard.
on
A
7s.
lot of work goes into it. A lot of work.
So Terry and Tom, I'm gonna show you a play and see if you can figure out what happened here.
Here we go.
He does this to us every week.
Tom's wearing his jersey.
I know
or
he's
his,
sitting over
his
in an umpire uniform. Don't ask me an umpire question.
I just was actively recruiting other umpires, so it's going to be 9-10 days in a row before I get done, Terry.
All right, y'all ready for this mess?
You'll be good. You'll be good, Tom.
Where are the umpires? Where are they?
All right, here we go. Y'all watch the play and see if the umpires can pick out what happens and make the correct call.
Do I need to turn the sound on or no?
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me. I don't know if there's sound. Go ahead and. Might be.
softball state championship game. Punt to third. Third base from the third. Shot stop. Runners going around.
Obstruction there.
She's out.
Obstruction, she's safe.
Out at second.
Out at second. That ends the ball game. White team running on the field. Celebrate the championship. We are the champions. Somebody hit play on the queen. No, what's going on over here in third, Blue?
It's obstruction.
We got obstruction. Y'all win. Y'all win. Ball game.
You saying the base runner obstructed?
We got obstructed around third base. Pretty easy call. I mean, that's a pretty easy call.
The base runner obstructed. You're talking about?
No.
The runner was obstructed at third base.
I see it. Yeah.
I mean, here's the bunt. Okay, the throw gets away. And then right there, you got to get out of the way.
Because
you got to get out of the way. I mean, that's textbook. You cannot. She needs to come 2-3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
We've got
and she would have scored.
Yeah, we've got obstruction here.
There.
You've got obstruction here. She can't round the base. That's obstruction. She's protected to the next base. She's safe. I thought she got in. What'd you think, Terry? It was close.
Well, it doesn't matter, girl. Home safe.
Yeah. It looked like that was close. And then, I mean, that's a can of corn, man. That's an easy call. It's just going to.
She blocked her out, I think.
Yeah.
She did.
You have to give, if you're not actively making the play, you got to get out of the way. Mm-hmm. Possession of the ball is everything. You can't even do that waiting on the ball.
Yeah.
You have to get out of the way. You have to. And that was the best piece of advice I ever got in any clinic. It was Matt Sullivan, who helps write the rule book. He said, look, guys, possession of the ball is everything. Does she have possession of the ball? She does not. It's obstruction. You're protected at least to the next base.
So
open and shut. That's easy, Kevin.
State championship, Kyle.
I bet that was a rough getting out for the umpires. I'm sure. When you bet,
it shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been. No, but I'm saying the
That's
fan.
What I'm saying.
The
Sure.
fan.
Well, obviously, Tom, the umpire at third is watching it, but 100% the other coaches aren't watching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
they probably didn't even see the obstruction, so they're on the field celebrating. And then the umpire's making the call, telling you you shouldn't be celebrating.
And thank goodness they had the video.
I will say this: obstruction is not a dead ball; it's a delayed dead ball.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if that happens, what they teach you in the umpire school is you say, "That's obstruction. That's obstruction." So everybody knows you called something and point at it, like point at
or
it.
Put
twice.
your hand out.
Well, see, that's the old. The old one was put your hand out, and the new one is point at it, and make sure that everybody knows that you saw something. Because if you don't point at it, and then you go back, well, she got obstructed, and then that's when people are going to have a come apart.
Yeah.
Real quick, finally, we've been talking football and NASCAR. Jaguars plan to meet with Daytona International Speedway officials in the coming weeks about the possibility of using Daytona International as a temporary football stadium while they renovate Jaguar Stadium into a new $1.4 billion stadium with a roof canopy added onto it. So Jaguars looking to renovate their stadium and add some temporary bleachers in there and play on the infield there on the grass, Terry, in Daytona. Cool or not cool?
How long does this take to do?
2 years.
So it takes 2 years to do that. Okay.
2 years.
Now we got a whole different story.
Temporary home for 2 years.
Can we not somewhere in Florida somebody help them out? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Orlando's got a bowl, don't they? They got a football stadium.
I mean, I don't understand this. Why? Why go there?
Well, my question is not about that. It's about they're going to build that stadium for that, and how much they want to renovate the Panther Stadium for? We a new one.
Yeah, just depends who the contractor is.
My goodness,
but they're going to put a roof on it and a couple extra pools and juice that baby up. But in the meantime, you're going to get to go see them at Daytona International Speedway, possibly. So there's your news and notes for that. So, all right, we come back. We've got NBA Finals. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Kathy Moore, the new owner of Papa's Pizza to Go in Cherryville, invites you to come see them. They are now open 11 a.m. till 9 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in or take out at Papa's Pizza to Go. Just call 704-435-6335 and enjoy their big buffet on Wednesdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. until 7:30. It's all you can eat. Check out their new menu with pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. And check out the new games, too, in the game room. Papa's Pizza to Go, 1002 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at papaspizzatogo.com and like them on Facebook, too. Head out on vacation this year in your next vehicle from Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain. Take a look at a 2015 Nissan Rogue SL with just 45,000 miles and priced at $19,995. Or step up to a 2015 Ram 1500 Express 4x4 quad cab truck, sale priced at $22,495. And remember them for all of your automotive and body shop repair, along with great pricing on tires. That's Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road in Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com and like them on Facebook, too. The annual Cherry Bounce Festival returns to Forest City June 9th and 10th at the Forest City Pavilion on Park Square. It'll kick off Friday night, June 9th, with live music by Cynthia. Gates open at 6:30. And then Saturday at 10 a.m., it's the New Primitive, followed at noon by the Well Drinkers. Then at 2 p.m., Wiregrass, followed at 4 p.m. by Shattergrass. Plus art vendors, food trucks, and even axe throwing during the day. And it all wraps up at 7:05 p.m. at McNair Field with a Forest City Owls baseball game. For more information, go to townofforestcity.com. Bennett Insurance Agency in downtown Cherryville is amazed with your confidence, hard work, perseverance, and determination to make it to graduation day. We are proud of you. Graduation is a dream come true. Now go out and brighten every place you go. Again, congratulations from everyone at Bennett's Insurance Agency, 116 East Main Street in downtown Cherryville. Online at erieinsurance.com. Call 704-435-0270.
Butler's Tire and Auto in Kings Mountain says congratulations to all our area seniors. Determination to make it has paid off. May bigger and brighter doors open for you. You've crossed yet another milestone. May all your dreams come to fruition. We are proud you have made it this far. Again, congratulations on your graduation. From everyone at Butler's Tire and Auto, 404 East King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-750-4645.
Why battle that yard of yours when you can sit back and relax with one phone call to Bean Brothers Landscaping? Why, they do it all. You'll get a professional landscaping job with Bean Brothers Landscaping. And check out their huge mulch yard. Also pine needles, leaf compost, sand, gravel, field dirt, and more. Just relax. Call Bean Brothers Landscaping and have your lawn looking the best ever. Just call 704-735-7129. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com and like them on Facebook, too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. We always want to thank Shelby, McDonald's in Cherryville for supporting us and giving us breakfast every Saturday morning. Eventually, they'll turn on their mics and start talking. So.
He didn't say anything to me. He argued with the umpire for a minute about why are we quitting early and why. And,
yeah.
And I said if he wants to talk about it, I just tell him it's unfair. He's a cheater, and that's how I feel about it. But at some point, it wasn't safe. All of my parents agreed with me. Yeah. They were like, "Thank you." We didn't. The other assistant coach was like, "No, I don't want my son out there right now." And it was. It would have honestly, Terry. It would have killed my daughter if that ball would have hit her. It's how hard it was. And at no point is she going back out there. And if we have to play him again, I'm gonna put him in the outfield, or we just might not play him. I just might. Yeah. Y'all have it. Well, this is the thing. It's not. That's one thing. That's safety, right? Then they score 5 runs. Well, every ball that my kids hit, they sucked it up and threw it over to first base like it was Atlanta break.
Yeah.
So it's 10-0 after 2 innings. The balls are whizzing by my kids' heads, and they're over here doing chants and cheers. And they're doing them to like pop songs, like rap songs and stuff. And I'm just like, I think that they've had enough fun today, guys. I think we're going to go on home.
Little League baseball.
8 and under. Not even Little League, Tom. This is coach bitch. All right, here you go. I got 2 words for you, Zach. I need you to hit the button. Charles Barkley's got 2 words for you.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul, must-see TV. That's more than 2 words. You didn't say 2 words. You said quick to the point. You just said I got 2 words. Steve Nash and Chris Paul must see. That's why I messed up, because I was trying to think of 2 words. I could have said that. Okay. 2 words. Nash and Paul.
That's 3 words.
That's 3 words.
Wait, I said Nash. I got one. I got 2 words.
That was it.
Was that recent?
No.
Okay.
They were laughing at, they were responding to some stuff the other night. That was one of the ones. Got a couple more basketball ones on here for you guys. I got to show you this one. Tom, I do got a hockey one for you. I'll show you one hockey. How about that?
All right.
Here's Tom's hockey highlight of the day. No, I got 2 hockey highlights. We'll do that to end the show because it's play the game. Sorry, I don't want to mess it up. Oops, get that off. I don't want to mess up. Hockey highlights. Y'all didn't know that today. Y'all are getting hockey highlights today. All right, we're going to go down here in NBA. I want to break this down. Look at this. Check this out, guys. NBA salary. We want to know how much these guys are getting paid. Jamal Murray's getting paid $31 million as his salary. $11.7 million of that goes straight to the feds, Tommy.
It's a lot.
The feds, and they're doing a fantastic job right now.
And they want more to.
$700,000 goes to Colorado taxes. $950,000 to his agent. A $940,000 Joxx tax. I don't even know where that goes to and who that goes to. $3.17 million in NBA escrow and $700,000 in FICA Medicare. Ridiculous. For a grand total of $13 million.
Yeah, see, they don't stop taking Medicare out. Now FICA they'll stop taking out after $162,000, but Medicare they keep taking that 1.45% out.
So out of an NBA player's salary, he gets roughly a third of it, or no, less than a third.
That's still significantly more than I make.
And we're how many trillion dollars behind in America?
Well, my whole deal is look at it. His agent get $950, and he never even has to do anything except make a little paperwork.
Terry, I think you're selling them guys a little short.
You know,
I do a little bit more.
A little bit.
If that was the case, I'm quitting my job and becoming an agent today. Well, all you have to do is do a little piece. Okay, I got
a little bit of paperwork. Yeah, but Tom, he's got like how many? There's the question. If I'm getting $950 for every one of my guys,
you're not getting $950 for every one of your guys. That's
I know percentage.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
Terry.
you're probably getting at least $300.
Well, if you're only getting $1
per
million,
guy,
he's only getting $1 million out of $31 million. So you can do the math on whatever everyone else is making. Then 1/30th, you get 1/30th whatever they're getting. This is all right. Here's your one, guys. Artificial intelligence, Chat GTP, greatest players of all time. Here we go. LeBron is number 1, Michael number 2, Shaquille number 3, Larry Bird is number 4, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, formerly known as Lou Alcindor.
All right, now go back to the start and what you said and what all this means.
What's that?
Well, okay, what was you saying? This is based
this
on
is artificial. This is a computer
AI
program figuring it out based on what people say on the internet and the stats, and it does it all together. Artificial intelligence, and this is how they listed the top 5 players of all time.
There's one on there that shouldn't be in the top 5.
Yes,
maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
Probably 2.
Definitely 1.
Probably 2.
Shaq should not be.
100% agree.
No, that's what everybody's going to say.
And Bird shouldn't be either anymore.
That all depends on who you ask. You ask players, they'll tell you real quick Larry Bird's one of them.
They ain't going to say top 5.
He'd be right there at
if
4
he would have
5.
stayed.
I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say 7 plus. He's in.
As big as
1 to 7.
Biggest drawback.
Definitely in your top.
The biggest drawback was the health.
Absolutely.
The biggest drawback was the health issues, and if Larry Bird played 30 years later, then they probably would have been able to treat his back and other things. That
another
held
thing
him
that you think about when you think about
he played 20 seasons though, Tom.
Who?
Larry Bird only played 13.
20 seasons.
13 years all he played.
Played
come out 80. No, he come out 79.
79.
79. He retired 92.
35. How old do you want him to play to?
Larry Bird
to
only played 13.
But Kevin, the last 2 or 3
Magic
seasons.
Johnson only played 13.
Yeah.
But he had 8.
That wasn't
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to go history of guys and this is how stability of the NBA makes you great. Go think about how many times a guy plays for one team. San Antonio has a ton of guys who have never left once they went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
This new guy coming, he's never going to leave San Antonio. Yeah, he'll be there until his years are over.
No, I think
because David Robinson's in the list, Ginobili, Tim Duncan. I mean, you just start naming players from them
Terry,
in that stretch.
So you agree with this top 5 then?
Do I agree with that? No, I'd take Shaquille out.
And
He'd be the only guy.
And you got to flip some players,
Yeah,
mix them around.
Number 1 and 2 would swap.
I agree.
I want to hear Terry, y'all. Let's do Terry this.
Okay, my whole deal would be this. Michael would be first, and I give LeBron credit for all he's done over a period of time and how long he's still consistently playing. I give him all the credit in the world. He'd be number 2. I never put him in front of Michael. Yeah, there's no way I can stick him in front of Michael, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. That's fine. You can do all ever. All I know is Michael proved his point every time he hit a court. He wanted the best guy to guard on defense. I mean, the best offensive player the other team had. That's who the guy I want. I mean, I don't know anybody that would do anything besides what he did. But he would be number 1. LeBron would be number 2. And then if I had to come back from then on down, and I'm biased here, my Bird would be number 3. And then I would go Magic at number 4. And number 5 for me, and see, I wouldn't even put Kareem, and Kareem was a great player, but he wouldn't even come in there at number 5 for me. Yeah, Tim Duncan would be number 5 for me. He would. And that's all I got to say.
What about Wilt Chamberlain?
I have, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell.
First of all, he's not naming any Lakers.
Huh?
First of all, he's not putting a Laker in the top 5.
I'm never going to put a Laker in my top 5.
He did say Magic, though.
Yeah, Magic is good. Magic was always good.
Now,
the Tim Duncan is the most ridiculous thing
I'm
I've
gonna
ever heard in my life.
Well, I'm going to tell you another reason that I put Magic and Bird in my top 5. Without those two coming into the NBA would have been nothing.
So let's real quick. So if you do have LeBron and Tim Duncan in your top 5, does that mean Ginobili's number 1? Because he beat them both on the same team by himself.
Yeah, he's a
for
good
a gold
player.
medal, did he not?
Well, he's a good player.
Ginobili was the best team on the Argentina team, right?
Yeah, he was.
Tim Duncan and LeBron were on that team he beat. Correct.
Okay.
And if they're top 5, Ginobili's number 1. Thank you.
No.
I wanted to get through this with Terry.
See, now he's taking stuff that you say and changing it all in different directions.
He does that.
But how is
He
that?
does that. He's got a point,
That's
though.
not what I'm saying.
That's like the Shaquille O'Neal people who put him over Elijah Wan. Ginobili's better. He dominated them. And I had to explain to Andre the reason that we had to put the pros in the Olympics was because our Vita Sabonis was kicking our butt internationally, wasn't he, Terry?
Yeah, he was. Because
they were talking about Jokic and all the time.
But I gave our college team a lot of credit a lot of times. I mean, they played a lot better than. And then we had to go because when the Olympics was being played and you had tons of guys out of college, I'm like, they're sending their best they got to play our second string.
The second part of that is they played together.
Yeah.
Our guys did not.
Sabonis was killing us.
So when we finally decided to send our Olympians, the rest of the world had nothing for our NBA players until LeBron come along.
Right.
Yeah.
Until he come around and
they got beat.
the bronze medal.
LeBron's medal.
I mean,
that's his name.
I mean, I'm sorry.
But again, because they were talking about Jokic and who he compares to and how he talks, and I'm like, y'all, every time I see that dude play, I see Arvydas Sabonis when he was earlier, and he's like, well, I didn't see him until he played like Shaq and him. I'm like, I know he was 40 then, but guys, that's the reason we had to put the pros in the Olympics is because Sabonis was destroying us. We couldn't have that. All right, so since you like this top 5, let's do the rest of the top 5. You ain't seen it over here, Abby. Let's tell me, you guys can name real quick. I want to guess.
Is this AI stuff too?
Yeah, this is the rest of the top 10. This is the top 10 list. I just showed you the top 5.
You said top 5. I thought we was doing another
Yeah,
one.
I want y'all to guess.
Magic Johnson.
Magic is in the top 10.
Yeah.
Kobe.
No.
Wilt Chamberlain.
No,
Chamberlain
Wilt Chamberlain is. Bill Russell.
Nope, no Bill Russell.
Oscar Robinson.
No Oscar.
Wow.
There's one playing today that's in it.
Kevin Durant.
Nope.
One that's playing in this NBA Finals?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're missing 3 players. There's still a current player and 2 retired players in the top 10 that y'all have missed.
Ain't no way you can put Duran in it.
No, he's already guessed him.
Will, he said Will.
Did they put Elijah on it?
Bill Russell was not.
They didn't put Elijah on it.
Nope.
They didn't put
And there's a current.
They didn't put
Barkley.
Yes, finally some recognition
Barkley's
for
in the
our
top
Barkley.
10. Wow. 2 more left: a retired player and a current player.
Hakeem?
Nope. I don't
That's
know
what
how
I'm
y'all have
saying.
not got this current player yet.
Giannis?
No.
Who are we
That's what I'm
missing?
saying.
Who's got 4 championships besides LeBron?
Curry?
Yes.
Why?
I just said he's got 4 championships.
That's got to be modifiers.
And
that they're adding into
Draymond Green is in there too, right?
Are you ready
That's
now?
awesome. He's 11.
Now, guys, the number 6 all-time player in NBA history. Now, according to this list, now Terry agreed with Larry Bird should be up there at 4. Number 6 all-time
Tim
NBA
Duncan?
history. The legendary Dolph Shays.
Shays.
We would have never got that.
Dolph Shays.
I would have never guessed him.
This is why these things are stupid.
Well, I don't know. I don't know Dolph Shays, whatever he did. That's the first time I ever heard of him.
Terry,
He looks like
Terry,
he
I tell
looks
you
like
what.
a commercial in Camel cigarettes.
Sorry. I mean, maybe
I tell you
know
what,
this
Terry,
is
Dolph
back in
Shays
the
is not the
50s,
6th
60s.
greatest.
It looks
player
like a
of all
high school, 60s high school
I will
basketball
be listening
picture.
on my way to
All
show.
righty.
See ya.
Dolph Shays.
Dolph Shays.
Now, see,
I'm glad Barkley
I,
finally gets some recognition.
I mean, I know guys from the past, but I don't know who this guy is.
You've never really heard of Dolph Shays?
No. He's from Philadelphia, so I mean, that's a lot of people.
I think I figured him out when we found his cards with
Oh, did y'all just put that in there? Oh.
No, I just, this is just why, because, but they do these things all the time, and then everybody was, so what was funny about it on the internet, Terry, is they put this list out, and then everybody cropped it and put out the top 5 with LeBron over Jordan, and then everybody had this big conversation, and then everybody was like, wait a minute, here's the rest of the list. Dolph Shays was a career average 18 points and 12 rebounds from 1950 to 1964 for Syracuse. And the only picture they have of him is the 76ers, which he played for 1 year for Philadelphia 76ers.
1 year.
How did he get that?
He played for the Syracuse national roster. Zach, so with anything with artificial intelligence, a computer, it can only spit out what you put in it, right? So whatever their algorithm is that put this out is obviously wrong, and that's one thing that people should look at and not. Maybe AI isn't the best thing for us a lot of times.
I wonder if his war was better.
I guess. I don't know. Steve, I think I might have had 1 or 2 more NBA real quick. All right. There's Jimmy Butler Sally. That's the same thing. Here's one. Terry's favorite player, Carmelo Anthony. Got a stat for you, Terry, on that one. Excuse me. Carmelo Anthony, by averaging at least 20 points in his first 14 seasons, joined Kareem, Shaq, and Michael Jordan as the 4th player in NBA history to do that. So there you go.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's pretty high names there, Terry, as far as scoring.
Oh, I agree.
If you're on a list,
he's
Kareem,
a shooter.
He was a
Kareem,
shooter.
Shaq, and Jordan.
That's the difference. He's not a scorer to me. He's a shooter. He's
that's a
going to
scorer.
put it up. No, he's going to put it up enough that he's 20 points of average. Yeah. He's the difference.
All right, 3-1, guys. Heat. Can they make the comeback?
No.
They're
going back
will
to
they
Denver.
even make it? Will they even make it back? Will they make it back to Miami to play a basketball game?
Well, now, here's your deal, Zach. Think about this. If I can win just one in Denver, then I'm coming back to 305.
The only chance they got is if Jokic tweaks that foot. He about did last night.
Yeah, he almost
But
did.
I don't know if you noticed this. When he did, Aaron Gordon played better. Did he not?
They did. He ended up scoring 27
So
last night.
They do have somebody that can score if Jokic does get hurt.
The only problem with them that I'm seeing, and to me, people can say all they want to, Denver is way more physical. If you think about who they guarding. You sticking Porter out there to guard somebody. You sticking Gordon out there to guard. They're bigger than anybody.
They got a big team.
They
Jokic is a
do.
big guy.
And a lot
Gordon
more
is
physical.
a big guy. What was the guy's name you just said? I can't think of his name.
Porter.
Now. Porter, thank you. Porter Jr. That the Hornets should have had. Another one of our should have. And we take somebody.
And then they bring in the guy off the bench, Brown, that come from Kansas. And daggum if he's not lighting it up.
They've been playing pretty good.
It goes back to Kevin mentioned it a minute ago. Sabonis, tearing us up. He's not Sabonis, but Jokic.
Yeah,
he's slow. He can't jump, but he's way more skilled than the other players.
I didn't see Bill Walton play. I saw Arvidas play at a later age. Was Bill Walton kind of in that mold, Terry, or
kind of slow?
Yeah, about
skilled.
the same. Yeah, about the same. He just Bill Walton wasn't going to pass as much.
Well,
if he touched the ball,
he was a black hole.
I mean, it's like you watch Jokic. I'm watching him. I'm like,
but a lot of people said Walton was a good passer. Was he a reluctantly good passer? Is that what it was, Terry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
you're watching Jokic. You watch Jokic, and he's just like he's playing slow, but he's just so much more skilled than these guys are. Like
me and Terry's been talking at this table for years. As soon as you get a big man that rounds up any type of good footwork and skills, he's going to dust all these 7-footers that don't practice playing defense down low at all.
Yeah. And then he's got the shot.
Any of those 7-footers, like Terry, how many 6, 7? Cody Zell, any of these guys, these 7-footers are on defense now in the league that want to sit there and shoot the outside shots. And we've been talking about it. It's post moves. The fundamentals of basketball, the reason they're taught is because if you get somebody that does it right, it's about possible to guard them.
It is. He goes down there and he does a 2-step, a spin, and he's slow as crap. And he's got a shot like Dirk's where it's almost unblockable. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's ridiculous that we went from 92 to we are now, and we saw those European players being a little bit more skilled, maybe not as talented, and it makes a big difference.
I always felt, Terry, anybody under 6 foot, I can post up because I've got good footwork on. And I
makes a huge difference.
I can dust them they can't guard me. I don't think anybody can guard me in the post 6 foot and under. Obviously, I'm short. But as far as that goes, I'm not worried. I will push the works on you down there with the footwork, and it's a big key. All right, I forgot. I didn't know Tom was leaving. He had his uniform on, so I would have went ahead and played the hockey highlights. But here's our hockey highlights of the week, Terry. 2 plays of the week. We're going to vote on which was the better play of the week. Okay.
Okay.
We got nominations. 2 hockey plays for the play of the week. First up. No, we're not going to do this one. We'll do the other one first. Let's go to this one first. Other one first. First up is the manager for the Golden Knights equipment manager. All right, Zach, we're gonna do some volume on this one because you've got to hear the announcers and everything in this. So this folks is NHL hockey. For the folks on the radio and folks trying to listen up, I'm doing some editing on the screen here. So a player loses his stick, Terry.
And this guy tosses him.
And the equipment manager is on top of it.
Yeah.
And gets the stick back to him for a goal, and it leads to a goal for the team. And then just watch the bench and the stick guy. This is just really cool for the folks that don't get much publicity. But here we go.
Pucks it back out to Montour, and then Bennett backhands one through the crease.
Watch the stick guy.
Sends it back around.
He's watching. Stick is broke. He's out. He's moving. Find a man. Gets the stick. The stick guy turns around, gets the puck, and he's off the race.
Playing with Stevenson.
Assist. Score. Nice. And then the stick guy's on the bench coach. All right, there's your first play.
There you go. Look at him, man. That's
Zach,
cool.
Keep it on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Onto the stick of Kachuk. Stone, no stick.
Look, I'm doing my job, buddy. There you go, buddy.
A new one from the bench and joins the play with Stevenson.
But now watch him. He's just nonchalant. That's what I'm supposed to do. Great job. And then they giving him bump. Heck yeah. Great job, buddy.
J.W. Aiken is his name. Games played 0, assist 1 is what they gave him on the scoreboard. So J.W. Aiken is our first nominee for the hockey play of the week. So there's that keep that in mind. Now the next hockey highlight, Terry, is going to be a defensive play. We'll call it a steal. How about that? We'll call it a steal. So I'm not a hockey person. Here I am rolling through it, and I thought I changed it. Oh goodness!
Keep coming up.
There we go.
There you go.
Here's my hockey highlight. Second hockey highlight of the week. All right. This one's a little bit different. Like I said, there's a steal involved. So I got to make this really big for you. Folks at home watching. This is a Carolina Hurricanes game. What happened? Whoop, whoop. Terry, did you see it? Zach, put the computer on.
He started to give it back to him.
All right.
He stole his ice cream cone.
There's a guy. All right, so for the folks listening on the radio, at a Hurricanes game, during the Fox broadcast, they're doing the interviews of the announcers. When the background is two guys talking. They're looking at one of them's cell phone, and the other one is holding an ice cream cone, and it's apparently sitting down in a piece of paper. Well, as he's sitting there looking at the phone, another guy walks by, grabs the ice cream cone, licks it, and the guy's still holding the paper cup in his hand and hadn't noticed the ice cream cone come out of his hand. And he tries to put it back in his hand, but the guy moves it and he realizes it and he turns. He's like, whoop, I might as well keep this. And he moves on the other way.
And the guy turned the opposite way. Makes no sense.
So you know that ice cream cone at a hockey game probably costs like $11 as big as that thing is. And it, whoop, there he goes. All right, Terry, the hockey play of the week. Which one you voted on?
I'm going number one where the guy gave the guy.
Equipment manager?
Yeah. I mean, he did it nonchalantly, and then he got pumped.
So no on the steal. No,
Yeah,
on the,
no,
no on
I'm
the
not
ice cream
giving it to
steal.
that guy.
Ice cream steal would win if the guy didn't score.
That's
that
right.
took all kinds of skill, though, right there.
But
to
I'm
take
going to
that
tell
ice
you,
cream.
he took it and he tried to give it back
He was
to
going to
him.
put it back in.
Yeah. And the guy spun the other way. If it's coming off of this end, I'm turning this way towards where it just got through taking.
I guess, yeah, he just didn't notice it. He didn't notice it.
And then he just lost it.
All right, real quick, we'll take a break. We come back. Major League Baseball and golf still on KDCBroadcasting.com. What's up, JP? Baseball time, baby.
Baseball time.
Talked a little baseball earlier with the terrible umpire.
I saw something. Yeah, I saw something the other day that. Well, matter of fact, yesterday. To tell you the truth, I'm watching St. Louis play, and then it says the most leads that you have blown this year, and I could understand two of them, Kansas City and Oakland. They were tied.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was another one that was included with them, and it was St. Louis. Both of them, all three, and it's hard to believe that you would think
we're in last, Terry.
Well, I'm just saying though. Well, all of them are. I mean, I'm gonna put it like that.
I think he's saying not perennially last.
But that's what I'm saying. But my whole deal is, if you think about it and you think, okay, Kansas City's led 21 times and blown it. Oakland's led 21 times and blown it. I could see that, but when all of a sudden now you putting St. Louis right there with us, it kind of gets you because you're like, I could see Kansas City and Oakland because they're terrible, maybe leading at the start of a game and then blow it at the end, but then St. Louis is right there with us with another one because all of them have blown 21 games that they have led this year.
Look, listen to this stat.
21 games.
How about the Marlins are 6 games over 500, and their run differential is -25. The Cardinals are 10 games under 500, and our run differential is +4.
The only thing Miami's
We've scored more runs than everybody. We're 10 games under, and they've scored less, and they're 6 games over.
The Miami Marlins, I give them a little bit of credit today. They got a guy on that team. What's the name? Alvarez something. He's batting over 400.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
I've seen that all over the interweb this week. Pirates and Brewers tied for first.
But now, what helped him? He played Kansas City, and he lit us up.
Is that what got his streak going? Arizona.
He went from 399 to 403 playing against Kansas City.
Arizona 2.5 over the Dodgers and 6 over the Giants. I did have some tweets here. Terry, you're going to like this one. So this is about Zach Greinke.
Oh, Lordy. I feel sorry for the guy.
Well, this is good stuff about him.
No, I mean, he's a great pitcher, but you can't do nothing at Kansas City.
He once threw Joey Votto nothing but hanging sliders because he believed Votto recognized spin better than anyone in baseball. So here's the story. So years ago, Greinke and Jeff Mathis were going through the game plan against the Reds lineup. When they got to Votto, Mathis told Greinke he didn't have any answers. And Votto was a cerebral iconoclast, possesses one of the best eyes in baseball, and appreciation for Greinke. I feel like we have some similarities, said Votto said. First of all, I have a lot of respect for him, but I just remember going to All-Star games with him thinking, I'll F with this guy. So Greinke was stumped, and then it hit him. Boom, I'm going to throw Votto a hanging slider in the middle of the strike zone. And the catcher was like, I really don't know, man, but if you want to do this, I'm not going to argue with you. So Greinke threw a slider that spun across the top of the zone. Votto took it for a strike. Greinke decided, I'm going to throw another one. For a strike. Mathis said he stepped out, and Votto looks around and says, what the F was that? Greinke had the intuition that no hitter recognized spin like Votto does, and that if he saw a slider spin, he would expect it to break out of the zone so he could use his own gift against him to throw a mess slider or a not good slider that would stay in the zone, and Votto wouldn't swing at it. And that's how he snuck a couple of strikes by him, Terry. So that's a lesson for any kid out there listening or watching as far as pitching goes. And I'm trying to express that to my pitchers. It's not about throwing hard.
Yeah.
It's not about how good your curveball is. It's about throwing the right pitch at the right time. And pitching is more throwing darts, Terry, than it is blowing it by people. And that's a great example right there with Greinke is that he's got a nasty slider, Terry, a nasty fastball. But the best way to get this hitter out is to throw a goofball spinner across the middle of the plate.
He's absolutely
that
not
he can't
used
recognize.
to. Yeah.
And so there's pitching 101 out there for so many folks.
And just like I mentioned last week, the only thing that bothers me is, and I do know because somebody's going to pick up Greinke, somebody's going to pick up Witt by the time we get our trading deadline, and then here we are back to nothing again. I mean, we got a decent pitcher here, but we don't score runs for him. No. And, and we get beat. But, it's I don't know.
All right, this is a random baseball stat. All right, we're going to have some fun with this one, Terry. the visiting pitcher at every Major League Baseball park with the most starts in Major League history.
The
Visiting pitcher at each field in Major League history. Number one, we'll go to Wrigley Field, 42 starts. Steve Carlton, the most starts at an opposing field. Early Wynn had 40 starts at Fenway. Phil Niekro, 33 starts at Dodger Stadium. Justin Verlander has the most starts as opposing pitcher in Cleveland, Tom. I know you're listening. Justin Verlander with the most opposing pitchers. Terry, let's see, the most opposing pitchers in Kansas City. Where's that at? Kauffman Stadium. Mark Burley and Burt Blyleven, who are both retired, are tied at 27 opposing starts. So that's who you saw the most. Which one would you rather not face? Well, who are you more scared of?
Burt Blyleven.
Blyleven.
Yeah.
Zach, Atlanta Braves at it's got Truist Park. Aaron Nola, I guess this is the current park. It's not their all-time at Cleveland is what this is. So I guess that's why Wrigley and Fenway's at the top there because they've been around for 100 years. Adam Wainwright's on there a couple of times. Madison Bumgarner, our local Madison Bumgarner, has the most starts at Petco Park with 23 starts at Petco Park. CC Sabathia the most in Detroit with Bronson Arroyo. In Busch Stadium, St. Louis, new Busch Stadium, they misspelled Bush. Good job, idiots. Bronson Arroyo with 19. So just a fun little weird stat with that one. That's the wrong one. And I might have had one more. I think I had one more on pitching. Oh, yeah, I was going to pull up something on the pitching, Terry, that I'd noted the other day. Watch this. This is interesting.
Well, I want to mention something while we're here. You doing that? I want to congratulate Oklahoma Sooners for winning
3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row now for softball championships in college. You go back and you wondered, but the coach for Oklahoma, Patty Gasso, I think's her name, but she's come there, and a lot of people say, well, good pitching, good coaching, everything. I know ever since she's come there, they've won 10 national titles. I mean, 7 national titles, 7 national titles. But good coaching does mean a lot. Ever since she's come, she had a down year when they had COVID, and she was 20-4 that year with the team. But it brings good coaching, brings good talent, brings it all the way down the line. And the least amount of victories that she's ever had ever since she's come to Oklahoma has been 40. Y'all, that's amazing. I don't care who you are, and I know it ends up bringing talent to your place of great players coming, but you got to build something, and then it just keeps rising. But even when she got there, 40 wins, that means you're in the playoffs every year, So congratulations to them. 53 straight wins, as Zach was saying, for her.
All right, I know Terry's going here in a second, but a couple of quick baseball stats. White Sox beat the Tigers 2-1 a couple of days ago. Neither team had an RBI. First time since 1980 that's happened in a Major League Baseball game where both teams scored and neither team had an RBI. It's only happened 6 times in baseball history. 6 times in baseball history, guys. Someone asked Terry real quick, would you have Nolan Ryan in your top 5 pitchers of all time?
Yes.
All right, so anyone your age and older says yes. The stat guys come over here and say no, and I went and looked at his ERA. 27 years, his ERA was 3.19.
I knew it was about
That's
I knew it was about 3.2, 3.3.
Only 2 years in his 27 years was he over 4. Greg Maddux in 23 years was over 9 times over 4 ERA. Now Greg Maddox's lowers were way lower than Nolan Ryan's, but he had 9 seasons of 4 in less years, and Nolan Ryan only had 2. So I started looking up the all-time ERA list, guys. Of the top 150 players in Major League history, I have only seen 2 of them pitch in my life. Clayton Kershaw and Jacob deGrom.
And now Jacob deGrom's done for about 2 years.
They're both Kershaw has played 16 years, 2.49 ERA. DeGrom 10 years, 2.5 ERA. The only 2 active players in the top 195 all time, and they're in the 40s. So that's how good they've been, guys.
Who's won? Bob Gibson?
No, not even close. It's a bunch of older players. The only player, the highest player on the list that I've seen pitch besides those two, Pedro Martinez at 151. So Zach, in our lifetime, the best we've seen is 2.9, and those two guys are at 2.4. Yes, Pedro
was good.
Yeah, he was.
We've saw Nolan Ryan, but that was at 3.19.
So he had a real live fastball.
Pedro's the only people that me and Zach and since 1980 have seen have an ERA.
I like
3,
his brother,
and
too.
then DeGrom and Kershaw are like this. All right, Terry, the last video I want to show you, the play of the week. This goes to track and field, or player of the week and track and field nomination this week. I don't know if you guys have seen this. You ever heard of the steeplechase?
Yeah.
Where you got the water to jump into?
I was watching it last night a little bit. Sure was. It was on last night.
This is a high school competition, Terry.
Yeah, this was college last night.
Have you seen this one?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so it gets a little hot at these meets, right? Can't really get quite all the way over the water, right?
Oh, Lordy, don't tell me he falls in it.
No, there is no fall. This is called, folks, a belly flop. Zach, hit the sound.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord. You could tell this wasn't going to be good when he got there.
You ready?
Because they said if you plant both your feet in the water, it's no good. You should only have one
You can only land
that
one at a
ever
time?
touches the
Well,
water.
Well, this is going to be no good then, Terry.
Well, he look.
Belly flop.
Oh, he did. I'd be still out of busting my head open.
How deep is that? What?
I mean, it's not deep.
8 inches?
No, it's not deep.
Yeah, no,
that's
He's
what
not the
me.
smartest
He
man.
went all the way under the water.
I mean, look at this.
Boom.
Oh.
That would have smashed my face.
His friends knew it was coming because they were laughing before he got there.
But
So
he's
I wonder-
by himself, thank goodness.
I wonder if
He gave him a signal, too. Did you see it?
Well, he's looking like he's got a pee the way he's holding his arm there. But
But it looks to me like he might have been in last place anyway. I don't see another soul coming around.
boom. No, there's a guy coming behind him.
Okay.
There's a guy in the yellow. I wonder what the guy in the yellow thought. But there's your
Yeah,
highlight
there
of the
he
week,
comes.
Terry.
Yeah.
Splash. We'll be back. Talk pro
Unreal.
golf for a minute on ktcbroadcasting.com.
Giveaway. Some lucky dad will win a $500 shopping spree at one of our local merchants. Register today at Pro Wellness Chiropractic Center on Clark Drive in Lincoln, at Butler's Tire on East King Street in Kings Mountain, at Ben's Bargains and More on Gant Street in Shelby, at Family Auto on the Huey Church Road in Shelby, at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at One Stop Lawn on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, Dallas, at Hillbilly's Barbecue and Steaks on South Main Street in Lowell, at Norris Merchandise on Highway 18 south of Shelby, at Bruner's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville, and at Eric Johnson Auto Sales on the Tryon Courthouse Road in Cherryville. The drawing will be held Friday, June 16th. Register your dad today. He could be our $500 Father's Day shopping spree winner.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series heads to Sonoma.
To the start-finish line. The green flag is out. They go door to door through turn one.
The DoorDash 250.
He'll look once again to the outside in turn number 7. They go around the roundabout.
Oh, we got a car off track. He's gone off track here at 2A and hit the tire barrier.
Great three-way battle now as they head up the hill to turn 2.
The DoorDash 250. Saturday, June 10th at 7:30.
Saturday night at 7:30 on Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com. For over 60 years, Boyd Tire and Appliance has been serving the Clover and surrounding area with the finest quality of home appliances, televisions, lawn equipment and parts, tires, and more. They feature in-house financing with 90 days same as cash, and they service what they sell. Drop by their showroom at 110 North Main Street in Clover, open 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Call 803-222-3231 for Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
For the folks in Cherryville and Shelby, I'm sure you remember when the Western Steer was in your town, and we wish they were still here. But I've got good news. There's a Western Steer just a few minutes up the road in Newton. From Cherryville, hop on Highway 321 Business. And from Shelby, go Highway 18 to 10 to Newton. you get real comfort food, home-cooked style with down-home hospitality. Try their big unbeatable buffet or order from their menu. And they've got a party room for big groups. The Western Steer in Newton, 334 Southwest Boulevard in Newton at the Highway 10 and 321 Business intersection. Open Wednesday through Sunday.
Think of Keith's Customs in Cherryville for all of your car and truck restorations. Keith also does insurance work from start to finish. They can assure you of a just-like-new experience. Located on 150 next to Ferguson's Ace Hardware in Cherryville. Stop today and see the pros at Keith's Customs. Remember, there's no substitute for experience. Keith's Customs of Cherryville.
Thank you, Dan. And don't forget, Keith's Customs in Cherryville is now open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday. That's Keith's Customs in Cherryville.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook too.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
Always last to know.
Last leg of the race.
You in there, JP?
Yeah, I'm in here.
I'm always the last to know, JP. Just know that. All right, folks. If you want a free hot dog today, you want to register for some free prizes, movies, T-shirts, meal certificates, tickets to things. Go out to Affordable Paint and Body today out in Shelby at there's the address. I just forgot it. 2230 Huey Church Road, Hoey. Huey Church Road in Shelby, 704-471-2122. Calvin and the gang will be out there today. I'm trying to show the folks online. Right over there behind the Honda motorcycles off 74, the main drag there. There's a little side road on the side. Right behind it is Affordable Paint and Body today. They'll be giving out all kinds of prizes broadcasting today, 10 to 2. Free hot dogs while they last, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Better get there early if you want. Free hot dogs, 10 to 2, drinks and snacks, all kinds of things out there for the guys. Y'all go out there and see them today. Calvin and the gang, KTCBroadcasting.com will be broadcasting from out there. Zach, let's see real quick. We got a little golf to talk about. Of course, we're not experts on all the lawyers and all the money and everything that happened, but I'm going to go through as much of this as I can in the next 3 minutes, real quick. But basically, the LIV Tour is the owners of the LIV Tour, the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund. They are buying part of the PGA Tour. Now, it's been a big fight between the two and everything going back and forth, and who's going to do what it's going to mean. And next week we're gonna have a big segment on it, and we're gonna get into it, deep dive into it. But I wanted Matt to give us a call next week and maybe even come in. He used to be a tour caddy, so we're gonna talk to him, see what his perspective is on that. But basically, the LIV has bought part of the PGA. They're gonna kind of merge / they're basically minority owners in it. And they're trying to put all the big major tours together under one roof. That's the small gist of it. Now the details are, why are they doing it? And basically it's two reasons: money, one, and also I believe the people in charge of the PGA are doing a lot of protections. They're trying to protect themselves legally and financially through the all these lawsuits. So I think this is I don't know what to call it other than a save ourselves
kind of wave the white flag.
You know they're taking the money to save themselves. You sell your spite your face, or you sell your soul to whoever it is. The money
cut off to spite your face.
Right now with all that said on how the deal went down, it doesn't look right with the way the Moynihan and how all that went. So with that said, there's a couple other things I wanted to touch on with the golf. Let's see. So here's the compensation for because so Live Golf in their lawsuit had put the massive salaries of the nonprofit execs at risk. This is what I was talking about, Zach, when I said that the execs are having the issue with this and the nonprofit problem. Here are the compensation packages for the execs of the PGA. Moynihan, $7 million, $5 million for the next guy. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people making above $1 million a year. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more people on the board making over $800,000 a year. So all of there's all those people would have lost their jobs if we'd have went into this antitrust lawsuit. Zach, and that's what I'm talking about. Is I think these guys were protecting themselves. They got a big chunk of money, and then they're staying in charge. Whether they can stay in charge, we'll see going forward. But that's what it looks like to me and a lot of regular folks out there is that's what's happened.
And if you remember, the players' reactions on the PGA side was not positive.
So, right. So this is in the players' meeting. McElroy, he's the big man in the headlines because this whole time he's been demonizing the LIV tour and talking bad about it and talking about how it'd never go and basically called him evil and all this other stuff. So McElroy was quiet in the meeting until Grayson Murray, the number 227 player in the world, shouted for Monahan to resign. He said, "We don't trust you, Jay. You lied to our face." And then McElroy, who had nothing to do with that, snaps back at Jay and says, "Just play better, Grayson." Then Grayson told him to F off to McElroy. The LIV tour called McElroy a whiny little bee. One of the guys, he said, we'll get all the stars on the LIV now, but nobody wants that little bee on our team. And then McElroy comes out in his interview and said one of the most insane things I think I've ever heard, Zach. But so for the folks not paying attention, the LIV started a new tour and they paid guys bukus of money to come over and play without even having to win. And basically, we're going to pay you a big, giant salary. Well, some of the guys turned it down, or a lot of guys turned it down. A lot of guys took the money. So I'm trying to pull up some of the money that some of the guys were offered that they said they turned down. So you've got the guys, they took the money, right? So the PGA's got these guys that left and took the money. See if this makes any sense, Zach. They left and took the money. That team that took the money turned around and bought part of your business and bought you, or trying to they're going to buy them out at some point. They bought part of your business. And then the people that failed letting the people go and failed keeping their team together are saying the guys that left are going to be punished. How? How does that make any sense? How could you punish them for taking the money and leaving it, and then that company come back and bought you?
You don't have.
So Rory come out and said the same thing, is that there has to be some type of punishment for those guys. Why? They're the one, because they were smarter than you and took a better deal and you stayed. I'm sorry that's how business works, but like, you made the bad deal. Yes, you got lied to. Yes, you probably should sue the PGA. But to sit there and say that money, so what Rory was saying is that the guys who stayed should be rewarded and the guys who didn't should be punished.
Don't work.
So you're saying when you buy this, like exactly, Zach. So if your business bought this other grocery store, does that guys get to sue the other employees of the other people? No. Why would Brooks Koepka owe Rory McIlroy any money? I outsmarted you, I outplayed you, I did everything out better than you.
Free country.
Why do I owe you money on that? So I think Rory and them are really wrong on how they think they're going to punish a guy or anyone for taking money and leaving, and they turn around and bought your business. So here's the offer. Some of them are rumored to have turned down. Tiger Woods, $800 million.
I knew it was close to $1 billion.
Hideki Matsuyama, $400. John Rahm, $300. William Zalatoris, $130. Sam Burns, $100 million. So if you turn down $100 million, I mean, you just got to think about it.
I'm going, dude. Like you, how long is it going to take you to make out on the PGA?
Right here again, nobody ever makes that much.
No, you make like, 1.2 million if you win, and then you're down to 300,000 if you get third.
Right?
Yeah, let me jump on that bandwagon.
So, you know, Harold Varner won $4 million winning that tournament the other day,
and then the PGA Championship was like 1 point. What was it? 1 point something.
PGA Tour earnings this year. Scheffler's got 16 million, John Rahm 14, Max Homa and 987. So with his one victory, not counting the salary at $4 million, he won more money than everyone but 22 players on the tour won the whole season.
And he only played 3 rounds.
He played 3 rounds, won more money than all but 22 players on the tour.
And I know you said we was going to talk a little bit about next week. We'll have to look at it when it's too. There's something, and I hadn't delved into it, about getting their PGA Tour cards back.
Right.
There's something going on with that.
Well, that's what I was talking about. They're wanting to punish them and whatever. But those guys are already because they're under one roof now. They think they should be able to punish them or do or whatever. And I'm just,
how you going to get Brooks Koepka? He kicks your butt on the course. How you going to not give him his card? He's better than you, Rory.
I don't understand where they're at with that. So. All right, last shot of the day, Zach. Here's the golf shot of the day. Well, again, folks, we're going to get into that a little bit more next week on the details. I've pretty much got all the details, but I wanted Tom and Terry's reactions as well with them not being here, and I also want to get Matt Blanchard's reaction as well that does the golf shop, the radio show for us on KTC Broadcasting. Here is the shot of the day, and we'll finish off here, Zach, on KTC Broadcasting.
Do I need to hit computer now? No.
Nah, we'll just finish it off. 3 guys with tracer shots, a lefty, 2 righties, and they all hit them. 2 super hooks and 1 straight, and they all come back around, Zach.
Look at the elevation drop on that course.
And boom, 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 boom. Onto the green. That's a mountain course. Folks, if you've never played a mountain golf course, I highly recommend it. You'll have some of the greatest views, best holes, and best memories ever. My favorite, I got 2 favorites. My favorite, the most beautiful course I've played in the mountains ever is Sequoia National up in Cherokee. Most beautiful golf course in the mountains. Oh, my God. The most fun I've played is, and it's been named like 4 or 5 different things, Red Hawk and a couple other things up past Boone. And I've forgot the name of the place, and I'll say it next week. But it's got some great holes at it, and I just went blank on it. All right, anyway. I was wanting to mention Cherokee National. Sweet shot. We'll see you next week. KDCBroadcasting.com.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. 'Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me.